Okay, so let's do a quick recap and then get back into the story. Last we left the crew of the Actium, they had been getting many different messages on where to go, eventually ending up on Luna. There on Luna, they managed to unload their security buddies who hitched ride with them, and upon leaving, they got in contact with the mysterious Mr. Lee, who'd been contacting Cass. And in the process, 4 members of Vector Security showed up to discuss a matter with the crew. Everything seemed to be going well until Sledge decided to make take that time to try to escape, causing itchy trigger finger cops to try to shoot at the well, not even cops, rent-a-cops, trying to shoot at everyone. It ended with, I don't think anyone died, but everyone got hurt in some way, shape, or form on the other side. And UN Marines busted in at the end to stop the violence. But they did manage to blow off the airlock, the exterior airlock of one of the Actium, one of them at least. Then they talked with Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee offered them a job to go hunt down Benji. And now we picked him up. We'll pick him up. We'll just say a little bit after this, where their ship has been repaired and they've had upgrades, and they've been given permission to leave to go to Prometheus Station, where their next contact is a mysterious George, whom they are supposed to meet and discuss more matters about Benji, the whereabouts of Benji, and this mysterious what was it, biological weapon that he seems to be in the hands of. So, yes. All right.
Is all my blood back in finally?
Yes. Let's do a quick
back in.
Let's do a quick medicine roll, because I think you have to get a 5. So between you and
well, I only have 1 left on the difficulty track now.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I don't even have to roll.
Yeah, because it's got to be greater than 5, which he did. Was the target, and then he has to get more than 1 drum die, and he did. So yay. But it does start the wonderful thing of the
churn.
The churn. The churn is back.
Just caught up in the churn.
Hey, personal, just caught up in the churn.
Well, see, now HP, you should roll. And if your roll has like a no churn drama die, we're good.
You can try. Actually, no, he can't. No, he can't. It doesn't matter, because he couldn't, even if he was, because
both rolls happen no matter what, and the worst that could happen is, so the best that could happen is I don't increase the churn. I do actually have to roll to see if I do, though. There's a note there. So go.
Well, don't fuck it up.
Go. Hey, I didn't screw it up.
There we go. And you couldn't spend the stun points, though, unfortunately. So,
correct. Yeah, no stunts on that, so I can't put stunt points into the churn.
Hold on, I got to do something real quickly for chat. There we go.
Yay.
They wanted a poll. They're trying to figure out if you should become pirates or not.
Yeah,
so,
become.
Become, yeah. All right.
I've never done such a thing in my life.
So you are no longer injured. So you're not wounded nor injured, so you're back to your full self there, Cass. On your way towards Prometheus Station with a load full of plasma torpedoes and as well as more maneuvering thrusters, which you can feel right off the bat there, Mark, how much more maneuverable it is. You actually kind of have to like baby it a little bit more than you're used to, because she just turns a lot faster than you're used to. So like a turn that would normally be like 0.3 Gs is now like 0.6. So it goes from being like, oh, I'm a little wavy to, hey, this is the moon, you know? So
she's built like a steakhouse, but she handles like a bistro.
Exactly. That joke is going to be said, I think, at least 1,000 times during TSMR. It has to happen once every episode.
It pretty much happens every other episode. We love that joke. Everybody loves that. That's like one of the funniest Zap Brannigan moments like ever. I'm sorry, but it is.
To be fair, in this case, it's actually apt to the upgrade we got. Now we handle as if we're one size class smaller.
It's smaller, yeah. All right, so you guys are on your way to Prometheus Station. Is there anything you want to do during this interlude? Interlude activities include, let me pull back up if you guys have your quick reference guides. It actually has the interlude activities on there, I believe. There's conditions. Yes, it does. Advancement, maintenance, making or fixing, recovering, relating, reputation, researching, training, upkeep, working. So the cool part is I didn't realize is that it actually has a space combat tracker, a space combat thing on the quick reference thing as well.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the interlude stuff?
It's page 8 of the of the quick reference.
Ah,
The QRG. Let's take a look. I'm finally done recovering, so I don't have to worry about that. I am going to spend my time researching.
Mm-hmm.
So look into any information I can find on Benji, his work with Pope Sanchez before all this went down, and if I can get anything about his activities since. Basically, doing my actual cop homework for once.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that would be communication investigation check.
All right. Where'd my character sheet go? There it is.
I'm sorry. It's an intelligence research check. Conducting systematic research for information, usually using records, archives, or books. So.
Indeed. It's not going to go well, but it seems like a thing I should be doing.
I'll tell you that the target number is TN's not very high for this.
All right, but it is a secret.
It is a secret.
Metaphor.
So you do.
If I succeeded, I have stunt points.
You do have some points. So you can. You did succeed. Go ahead and give me what you.
I will. I am going to use the intuition stunt, which doesn't necessarily need to. You don't necessarily need to give me the information now. It's just when I uncover a clue, I gain 2 new leads instead of 1, making the path branch.
Okay, so the reason why it's not that hard to find is because it's there was lots and lots of job postings for Culpepper from series. There's no direct tie between Pope Sanchez and Culpepper that's advertised, but a lot of things like wanted office workers, looking for maintenance staff and archivists and that kind of thing. And so there's a lot of blurbs in there about how the board of directors has been active for 2 years, and the current CEO is Benji, who is, they say he's a entrepreneur who has helped start many businesses throughout the belt, and is, grew up from the rough streets of Ceres and has made it big. Hometown boy makes big kind of articles. Some interviews with him talking about
dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Except like not, but that's what I
yeah. The not the Belter dream, but the proof that it works.
The Earth imagination of the Belter dream.
Yes. So mostly what you discover is that he is a native of Ceres. You note that he has many different. He has started many different companies in the past. And there is one interview you find which is very interesting because you recognize the person who's interviewing as someone who was eventually outed as a member of the OPA, but was working for an organization that at the time was essentially a front for a propaganda rag for the OPA from back when it was a more of a terrorist organization rather than state building. And the discussion kind of talks heavily about the relationship between Earth, Mars, and the Belt. And a lot of things that he says in there seems to indicate that he is very pro-OPA in his stances. At least, and this is an interview from like 4 years ago. So things may have changed since then, but, and one of the things he constantly references is needing something to get the Belt advantage. You need something to give the Belt the upper hand, because otherwise it'll constantly be suppressed by Earth or Mars.
All right.
Anybody else want to do anything during the interlude?
Yes. I don't know if it would fall under maintenance or. I want to review all the work that was done on the ship while we were docked. Sure. Everything looks good and normal, installed right, and make sure they didn't add any extras we didn't order.
We're going to get paid. I would say that's probably a maintenance. Yeah, you're making sure everything's functioning properly. So give me an intelligence, engineering, or technology check. All right, yeah, you succeed. You find that everything seems to be up on the bar. You also find out that that they installed a switch, so you can swap between plasma torpedoes and normal torpedoes. The cradle that's kind of in the top section of the ship towards the back, like top of it's on the top of the cargo bay at the back. That's kind of like a loader. You notice they installed two separate baskets essentially for the loaders. One that holds plasma torpedoes and one that holds regular torpedoes. You have a total of about 40 torpedoes now, 20 regular and 20 plasma. So make sure you mark that down on your sheet. So just to keep in mind.
Has anybody been in? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So.
Has anybody been inside the interior of the ship during this docking? Anybody who's not one of us?
Yeah, there's been maintenance crews who've been coming in and out to fix up the place, install things.
I think I'll probably end up having Jata and I'll probably team up with Jata and try to do like a interior walkthrough and make sure they're not bugging the thing.
Okay, give me a maintenance check.
As you can never be too careful. Where maintenance is under what?
So maintenance check is engineering or technology. In this case, if you're looking specifically for bugs, I'd say intelligence technology.
So intelligence is what you're saying.
You want me to do what now?
I would like to try and get this. Try to sweep this thing for any bugs. You can never be too careful. I don't know who's been touching the interior of the ship. So if we could just walk around and make sure, then we don't have any other, listening things.
So I'm sweeping now. Is that it? Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. I can do that. What am I rolling?
Intelligence technology.
Intel technology. Rolled.
All right. Between the two of you, you are able to sweep through and are fairly certain that over the course of several hours after the last maintenance guys kind of come and go, that there's no bugs that you can reasonably see. You're pretty thorough with it, and you're making sure that no one is on board.
I don't see anything.
All right, good. I don't won't have to do this confusion again. I'll go let them know. And he clops up the ladder and lets everyone know that. Seems like the ship is ready to, at least inside, is ready to go. No bugs or anything.
I guess you guys gonna make your way through to Prometheus.
I wanted to do something as well. Sorry,
Sure,
I was waiting.
go ahead.
Me too.
Me wanted to do multiple things, but I guess I can only do one.
You can do multiple things. You have several hours, so in this interlude.
Okay. Well, first things first. I want to phone home. I want to call Mr. F and to tell him about Benji and all the stuff we learned about Culpepper and stuff. XOXO emoji. In the future, there's an emoji that just says emoji. And what else did I want to do? When we went to there was that ship that's Brick. His name was Brick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that droid, the drone.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have the scraps?
Yes, you also have one because drones. I'm sorry, because Mark actually got one instead of getting armor, so he actually has the combat drone.
Yeah, that's Mark's drone. I want my own drone.
Did you get something separately?
No, I didn't get anything separately. No, but if we have the scraps of the other one, I want to, in true Belter style, make it my own. I want to bring it back from the dead using making or fixing.
Okay, so first off, give me a communications check, just a blank communication check for your discussion with Mr. F.
Mr. F.
All right, Boss Man F. Yeah. All right, that's good. You want to do any? Because I know you're trying to be more clandestine about this, right? So do you want to do any kind of social stunts or?
It wasn't me, and then the rest in the churn.
It wasn't me, and then the rest in the churn. Okay.
Aye.
All right. It wasn't me is 4, so you gain 1, but then you get blue. You drop 2. So yeah. Okay. All right. So you're able to get the communications off. You get it back. Kind of him confirming all the receipt of the information and everything. As for fixing with the Martian drone, give me a it's the making or fixing interlude activity, which would be you can either give me a intelligence or dexterity crafting, intelligence engineering. Now the TN is equal to the item's cost minus 2. So let me look at the minus at the cost real quick, so I can tell you, because you know exactly what the difficulty is. All right, so this is a combat drone. Definitely a cost for it. Small drone, 14 minus 2. So this would be 12. So TN is 12.
Okay. So I don't have engineering. Can I just do intelligence?
Yes, you can do intelligence.
Do you have improvisation? Because engineering is one of those skilled-only skills.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, you wouldn't. Do you have dexterity crafting either?
No.
That's something we've been playing a little fast and loose with. There are some skills that you can only even attempt if you have the focus.
Is that listed somewhere? Because I'm trying to double check that.
I believe it's in the actual focuses themselves. It's the whole point of improvisation being an ability.
Yeah.
To the focuses here.
Otherwise, it's okay. I don't want a drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, skilled. If it has skilled in the name, I think. I'm just double checking that. Yeah, technician is skilled. Yeah, it looks like those are the ones that are ones you have to have the focus to even try.
As I am doing all this, I go to Mark. I say, "Hey, Mark, can you craft? Do you
craft? Like you?
Are you good at engineering?"
No.
Oh, how do you do that stuff with the drone? Oh, never mind. I just
I
go to my room and cry.
I don't build them.
That was yeah.
I've never built one. I've never.
That's okay. It's okay. The dejected Jata just goes to his room. It's okay. It's okay. I'll be in my bed.
If it has veins, I can fix it.
Goes and cries. Fred. Come on. There's no drone.
You're the only one who gets me, Fred.
Right on your OPA book or whatever.
Status. Current mood. Broken drone.
I'm looking through some of this to make sure. Because, unfortunately, it doesn't really say specific skills or what they require.
Some focuses allow characters to attempt tests those lacking the focus cannot, as detailed in Chapter 1 Basic Rules. I'm going to find that now.
It makes sense, honestly.
It does make sense with everything that's going on, but I just want to make sure that conditions, challenge tests... types of tests. Approximate test difficulty guideline minimum modifier. Okay. Yeah, so the way I've been doing this, but I agree. I think that would probably be, if you don't have engineering, you can't really do that.
Hypothetically, Paul, could he spend this particular interlude researching the things he needs to know so that next interlude he could potentially make these changes?
He could, yeah. That would definitely take some. You could do that as an interlude activity.
It's okay. Jata's over it at this point.
He can't get it right now. Whatever.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I would say that would be the case. Is that if there's something that you want to do that's like normally required you. So, say if you want to really learn how to become a hacker or become an engineer, and you don't have those skills.
Yeah,
you can do some training, which is a part of that as well. So,
I think that would be too much effort for Jata. I think that he would see that and then he would just be like, "It's not a big deal."
Yeah. Okay.
He'd rather talk about it.
Sloan, your thoughts, your sections or whatever. Stuff.
I wanted to do. I was looking at the interlude list. I wanted to do the reputation thing.
Okay.
Let me pull it back up. I just basically because it's like you either live up to your reputation or you create a new one for yourself. So that's where you're gonna have to help me because basically at the very least, she wants to gain a little bit more reputation, especially with people like Lee. Right now, she wants to be obviously everybody thinks they're pirates, and she's not. She's like, we're not pirates.
Yeah.
So she wants to be regarded as not a pirate, but definitely somebody you don't want to cross.
Okay. So you want to try to improve your reputation with Lee,
and sort of for with the UN in general.
Okay.
Through him, if that makes sense, via him.
Yeah. So you're trying
obviously
you're trying
some
to,
sort of intelligence.
Give me communication. A communications check. Tell me how you're going to do that, though.
Yeah. Basically, she would end up in like conversations with him, as necessary. Okay, and so, maybe even gain like basically like, you know, feel like you can connect, like you can also contact me okay, directly, because she's done it with the others too. Like she's contacted everybody in some weird way, right, in the past. But yeah, she wants like, she basically, I guess it would be like a leadership thing too. Like she's like basically trying to show him like, no, I am not just like some person. Like I was born to be a leader. So
are you just like calling to chit chat? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, like chit chat as things are happening. You know, and just the way she like handles so far, like the way she's handled so far in front of him, and also with others, you know, that he may have observed, if that makes sense.
Give me a leadership check then, because I think I know what you're trying to do. You're going to call him up and be like, hey, this is my experience with Benji. This is what we did in the past, that kind of thing. This is what
like kind of debrief him on what she does know that's very specific.
Okay. You want to use stunt points?
Sure. I might as well, right? Mm-hmm. Good times. Looking for social stunts. Social stunts. Where are you, social stunts? There they are. General social stunts. Sorry, I'm just looking through these real quick.
Yeah, I'm going through the social. Kind of
I could do a flirt, but that would be ridiculous. No.
You could.
From the heart. I think from the heart is better.
Okay.
Choose one willpower focus. If you don't have it already, gain it for the rest of the encounter. If you do, it adds +3 instead of +2 rolls you make with it.
All right. So generally what I'm going to let you do is give me you'll have a +1 reputation with him based off of this. So any interactions you have with him socially from now on, you'll have a +1.
I'll make that note.
Yeah, based off of that.
Okay, so, and this is like going forward permanently, or this is just temporary for right now?
It's permanently until something happens.
Okay, until you're like, oh, Buster, you lost that +1.
Yeah.
+1 social.
This is in the rulebook. It's called social maneuvering.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make that note too.
Yeah. Essentially, you're trying to move this person up from what his current status is to another status, and you rolled pretty high, so you're good.
It's like changing the relationship, because I almost did too, was do the relate and make like like basically create a relationship with him.
Gotcha. Yeah. You could, but you're trying to do right now. You're trying to more reputation.
I'm just trying to make reputation, so I want it to be a bit more general, but also specific to him as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
So with reputation, there's actually a reward for this. Like, you can put that down in. Told me where the reputation is. Rewards chapter for reputation. Okay, yeah, you're good for right now. You have essentially you have a +1 bonus to any interactions with UN for right now.
Okay, I'll put with Lee and UN. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Anybody else want to do any other things for the interlude, and then if not, we'll move on to Prometheus Station.
Right. Doesn't sound like it.
No, but I do. Don't I have a direct line to somebody with Benji? Wasn't that established? I have like
communication with him there because they think I'm working for him or something?
Oh yeah.
I think the way it works is that if anyone tries to contact you, if Benji tried to contact you, you would forward the message on. He hasn't tried to contact you.
Okay, all right, yeah, I just wanted to remember that in case anything was to happen. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Just to clear up the question from the middle of the interlude, I posted a page number in Discord for you, Paul. It's basically GM discretion on whether or not a focus is required.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I mean, but I understand. Like, if like for instance, if Jatal was just trying to build a new hand terminal, he has enough experience with hand terminals. I'd be like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. But a drone is a lot more complicated, especially a Martian combat drone, which is a lot more harder to kind of figure out. So
grumble. Thanks a lot, Cass. Grumble.
Cass may not be a cop anymore, but he can still be the fun police.
All right, so we get to Prometheus Station. You guys are flying in. You notice, the first thing you notice is that it's an asteroid, and it is a non-spun up asteroid. So it's completely zero G. You've been here before, Highland. Cass and Jatal, you both have heard of this place. It's an open secret as to where it is. Everyone knows where it is. The problem is that like the problem is if anyone tried to assault Prometheus, they would have probably lots and lots of death, because there's just so many pirates who operate out of that station. And
like
Grimhex, yeah, Grimhex is a good example of that. It's essentially like Grimhex, since it used to be a mining asteroid. They never spun it up. They mined it out, but now it's weightless. So there's no gravity there. You have to use boots or you free float.
And it was once a secret, but now everybody goes to it. But it would be better if it was a secret still. Yeah.
Does anyone else still hear synth?
All right. So, as you guys fly in, the ATC gets hails you there, Mark, and goes, "Oh yeah, what you want?"
We'd like to dock.
Dock 2, boss man.
Understood. Thank you.
Meet you out. Hands up. You go to dock 2.
Much slower than I normally would because I'm still adjusting.
Okay, so as you're getting in, you're noticing this place it's a wreck. There's like the dock itself looks like it's probably not pressurized properly. So you don't even know if you dock that if you're going to have even with a hard seal, if you'll have a full pressure inside. So it looks like they're not parts exposed to vacuum, but it looks very rough.
Set our airlock to cycles only, never both open.
Okay. But you dock fairly easily. And when you dock, a little disconcerting is that there's these little things that are mounted in the asteroid that just shoot out. And when they shoot out, you realize they're grapplers, which is actually a weapon that's used by pirates to stop other ships and board them. But it's being used to anchor you so you don't move too much and break the airlock. So you are grappled and you are in the airlock. You're by the airlock. You also notice, Mark,
we're here.
that there is one PDC which is pointed directly at the ship.
Well, what a welcoming place.
Once everything is docked and sealed, you get a little call from another voice. It's just a voice transmission, not a video transmission. It goes, "Welcome to Prometheus. You do anything, we kill you."
I just stay mid step, just like frozen.
I feel the love already.
Cap, I think they like us.
Oh, everybody likes us.
Then you hear some like stuff in the background. It goes, you may leave. Don't shoot the security. You shoot security, we destroy your ship. No drinking outside of bars. You shoot anybody else, everyone will shoot you.
Just gonna advise you now, destroying the ship will just
it seems kind of confusing, but essentially you know this Highland, is that they have a no-kill rule where if you're in the station, they have security, but the security doesn't patrol often. But if you're not supposed to kill anybody on the station, if you do and you're caught, everybody else can shoot you. So it's like a collective, don't murder each other, otherwise don't break
eye kind of system.
It's fair game, right?
Yeah.
Who is the governing body? Is like a pirate king or something?
It's just it's a pirate group, not like it's a pirate council. Captains from various different pirate ships, crews have been to control it.
It's the pirate lords of all of the belt.
The pirate lords of the belt. Yeah,
that's right.
Are any of them hot?
If they're
all look
hot,
like the Rock.
If the pirates are hot, I want to do them. Right? Is that what it is?
I mean, they could buy me dinner first, but geez, okay, Paul.
They what is it? You really don't know because they try to keep themselves low profile. Like Cass, you generally know the names of the people who run the station, but many, like half of them, don't even have like pictures. The other half have blurry pictures of them in a crowd in like Ceres or something like that, or on Luna, where like when they manage to capture some stuff. They're all
just Dread Pirate Roberts. It's just
essentially it's really hard to tell who if it changes or not, because people go by monikers or even just a fake name.
Yeah.
Yep. Cass is boots on the ground, by the way. He is not free floating.
Okay. Yeah, you guys all are completely 0G once you've docked. So mechanically, that just means that if you want to do anything crazy, you have to do a
free fall check.
Free fall check, yeah.
You want to take me my entire EVA like flight suit thing with my helmet. Does my helmet have like an adaptive tint? I don't want them to see my face if I can't see theirs.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, dogs next door. Different dogs.
Well, how about the rest of you guys?
Cass is just in his normal street clothes at this point.
Okay. What's the plan?
So
go ahead.
Is there oxygen being pumped into this station, or is it
yes.
Or is it just 0G?
It's 0G, but there is oxygen.
Okay, so
it's just
all right.
Leaky.
Perfect. Yeah, he's probably used to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be in his EVA suit, but he'll leave his helmet behind, I think.
Okay.
Because I like to live
my life on the edge.
Cass is wearing his armor under his jacket.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's not gonna mag lock in. He's gonna free float.
Okay. You don't have to do a free fall check right now, but any kind of crazy.
If I do anything, yeah.
And there's plenty of handholds on the ship and on the station, so
he's just way more comfortable doing that.
Sloan, Mark, what's the plan?
Remind me, like, what exact? We came here for that lead on Benji, right?
Yes, you're looking for George.
George, yeah, okay. Yeah, she's. I mean, who's on team? Like, go find George at this moment.
Yeah,
I know that. Yeah, I know that Cass is. That's usually his MO.
We all are, right?
I think so. Boss Meng hasn't told us what to do.
Well, usually a couple people stay behind.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, there is a general team stay with the ship, and I don't know how he's going to react here.
Yeah, I think that's kind of probably also in character. It's just I think Highland doesn't really He's ready to go, but he doesn't know that like there's a protocol. He's just like, all right, are we all going?
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Like, yeah, exactly.
Are we all gonna match? Or are we doing our own thing?
I was wearing this suit. All right, unzip me.
No, she's gonna opt if like several of y'all are like kind of ready to go and do it. Like she's probably gonna be one of the because Mark almost always stays, so she's probably basically gonna be Mark's company this time around if Jata's going, especially. Usually it's Jata and Mark that gets stuck behind.
Yeah, usually, but this be a Belter station. Me pensa.
Exactly. That's kind of she's like, I figured you might want to go on this one, so I'm going to stay behind. The three of you feel free to go and find George, and obviously report back as needed.
Sounds good.
So she's just gonna stay in her seat.
So you've got Highland, Cass, and Jata are heading out into the station, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Are you guys bringing all your weapons or just normal weapons?
I've got my pistols.
What's the protocol here?
Mark, did you want to go? I did not want to.
No, I'm gonna stay on the ship, but since Cass is going, I think I want to send the medical drone to tail them in case it has to haul him out. I'm not too worried about Highland and Jata, but I figure the Earther on the Belter station is like the first to get shot.
I do love the imagery of if anything was to happen, the drone just like dragging a body with like a little cable.
Yeah,
that's what
that's what it's done. It's literally its job.
We're in 0G right now, so it would actually be able to pull it off.
Yeah. I really like it.
In 0G, just like slowly hauling the body.
Hopefully it doesn't happen, but yeah, I just like that imagery of just like.
Also, it'll give me and Sloan eyes on what.
That's true.
You have a cam.
I just imagine like it dragging Cass around.
I feel like we have one too.
This is a motley
that's
crew.
The medical drone, not the combat one.
Yeah.
This is a motley crew walking out into this thing because it's the two Belters, which they look at home, and then an Earther who doesn't like zero gravity being followed by a drone,
like being on ice skates for the first time. It's like
the thing is that he's doing full like boots. You guys, I don't know if Jata's floating, but like you, I assume that Jata and Highland are both floating, and then here's this Belter just like clank, 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 being followed by a drone, and two Belters just kind of going, floating
I'm a big
by.
boy. You don't have to give me training wheels anymore, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on the float. I'm just I've tapped the wall of the station once to like get the same pace as Cass using his mag boots. So I'm just like there, floating.
Right.
Yeah, just kind of like floating, waiting. Arms
You've already set. You've calibrated once.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, so you guys are out in the station. When you guys emerge into the station, the hallways are small. The corridors are small. They're exposed wires. There's pieces missing. The walls are completely barren. They're just rock. And there's pieces of the ground which are missing some of the metal, but they definitely have taken the time to try to make sure that there's always places where you have metal so that people can use mag boots when they're walking around. And you hear the clomping of some mag boots in the distance. So people are using mag boots. But the hallway is mostly dimly lit LEDs kind of thing.
I realized I don't have a helmet, so I can't contact the crew.
Well, you have your hand terminal.
Camera.
You have your hand terminal.
Oh, that's true. Okay, good. Okay, and I've been here before, right?
Yes. You would know this place.
Jata, have you been here before?
Me pensa. It's been a while. I suppose. I don't remember the protocol. What do we do? Is there a welcome manual or something? Well, if you've been to one, you've been to them all. But this one, we just must have to just worry not to harm anyone, and just stick by me. You'll be all right. You'll pick it up quick, I think. Okay, Pampa. So like, I look around. Any of the guys, do they have weapons open carry or what?
The hallway's pretty empty where you are, but you can, when you look in kind of in the distance, you see some dude walking, like, quite legitimately, one dude walking around with a rifle slung over his shoulder, and then being followed by a guy who's carrying a box that says rifles on it and has a bazooka strapped to his, like a AT rocket strapped to his back, just kind of casually walking by.
Oh, okay, so, then I have my rifle on me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Where do you guys want to go first?
It's, this way.
Is he like kind of like he's? I feel like Highland is kind of he's unlike Jata, where Jata like touched the wall once and float and calibrate. He's still like very much into climbing and using the siding, kind of like a very adept, like a monkey in the jungle, like just going from like
Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. And so he's kind of he's just doing that. And he's like, I think it's this, and he stops at one spot and like probably a junction. It's this way. All right. And as he tries to bring us to the common-ish area where people would be.
Okay, so yeah, you find you know where the general, like the main strip of like of like bars.
Were we supposed to send
shops.
a communication when we got here, or are we just like browsing for George's?
I think
he said
stops and looks back at you. It's not I don't know.
I think if I remember correctly, you guys were told to find George, but there was no communications.
Gotcha.
Just George is on this station. So,
all right.
So you emerge. This place is a little bit busier. Some drones are flying through. You see a couple people in, dark armor with some like skull etched into it. That seem to be walking around observing people with their guns open, but they don't seem to be doing anything active. There's some kids, who kind of run by and, try to mob this one guy who like pulls out his gun and waves it at them and they run away. It's pretty like, I'm not going to say Tortuga, but it's not like people are getting drunk and going crazy. It's pretty chaotic. Lots of people.
Tortuga-esque.
Yeah. People are carrying weapons and walking around. People are drinking in bars, and someone stumbles out of a bar drunk, and then one of the guys in the black armor with a little skull etched into it just kind of walks up and pushes him back into the bar really forcefully, and starts shouting at him about like, you know the rules kind of thing. And the guy goes, as he stumbles back into the bar. You see some shops open with some people kind of buying and selling various knickknacks, obviously stolen. Everything from like terraforming supplies to military grade like technology, hand terminals or sensor packages, just things that are available.
I gravitate to the store.
The store?
Yes.
You just push your way towards the store.
Yeah. I don't know how did I get hand terminals? Yeah. I look at them. Do any of them like catch my eye? Like are they better than the one I just got from the UN dude? Because I've got a UN dude hand terminal now.
Yeah, he got it to you because you wanted that one. You see a UN and a Martian and a private kind of version, which are all hardened, harder. They have higher encryption on them. They all have a little bit of blood on them. Some nicks, obviously used, but they're about the same level as what you have now. There'd be some of them which might be a little bit better, but like they're slightly older. So even though they might be better, they're a little bit heavier. They're not as easy to use. And when you try to pull them up and kind of access them, they're already locked. So, okay. And it's like you start touching anything in that store. The guy behind them is like, "Oh yeah, no touch, you buy."
I wasn't no. Do you have any grenades?
How many you want?
I need 4.
Martian, UN, or improvised?
Improvised Martian.
Improvised Martian. I don't think that exists. And then he also goes off frag, EMP, flash.
EMP.
He pulls out like a UN and a Martian EMP grenade and goes, points at the UN, goes, effectively 2 or 4 income. Then he points at the UN and goes 1 income.
That's a super discount. Like a crazy discount for grenades.
Mm-hmm.
They should be.
They may not have a timer.
Are they 15? I thought they were.
Yeah.
I thought they were a little bit higher. All right, so the Martian one is 20 and the UN is 15.
Okay.
That's what it'd be.
God damn it, Cass.
Look, I'm sorry that I know the rules.
That's attack damage, weapon damage. Let's back up here. Yeah, I'll look through this a little bit more.
And paid like 74 or something. 78 is the one that has the costs for stuff.
Okay.
So I would have to spend fortune to. No, not fortune even. I'd have to
that's
spend...
the TN. That's the TN. So
right.
you'd have to roll a fortune check plus your income, and if you succeed, then your income goes down by 1.
Okay.
So think of these all everything is a difficulty roll. So
what's the difference between a Martian EMP and a UN one? I'm sure the Martian one's better. Yes.
He just kind of explains that it's better.
Okay, I want. I have 2 Martian grenades, EMPs.
Okay, so roll me just 1 check.
How do I do that?
So just go to your pull up character sheet real quickly. So you go to.
Do I click on income?
It'd be your income, which you should have, whichever your base is. You just click on income, and it should give you a roll.
No additional modifiers?
No additional modifiers.
Okay. And target number?
Target number is 20.
20?
Yeah. That's the TN.
Okay. All right. Well, it's not roll. Oh, 17.
So you offer him a price, and he goes, nah, no.
Cass literally just like leans in past Jata and like taps his hand terminal on the payment system.
Okay, so give me another.
I should give you a roll, or is Cass rolling?
Cass rolling is rolling for you.
That makes me want casserole.
Because he has a lot of bonuses to his income.
I need a casserole.
Oh, wait. You probably had more modifiers than that, Jata, because you've had a lot more income, didn't you?
That's true. I've just forgotten to add it.
Yeah. So let's just say you have a 10 total for right now. Because I know your base is...
My base was like scummy low. Like I'm like the bottom of the bottom builder.
Yeah. But you should...
2.
2 or 1. Or 0, possibly even. But so yeah, so let's just say it's like 7 for right now, because I think at this point you've all had that much. Make sure you guys are adding those total.
So yeah, 7 still wouldn't have gotten it, so I still get to do my baller move.
And
just like Cass doesn't say anything; he just leans in and taps.
Yeah, and the guy looks at you, looks at the looks at your hand terminal, looks at you, looks at hand terminal, and goes, "You are a very funny earther, but you have a lot of money."
I'll take 4.
Okay, he gives you 4. So Cass, drop down. That's a success. So drop it down by 1.
Yep.
What your base?
I turn to Cass and I go,
"Yeah,
me don't know you're nothing," and I just like float away.
So I'm going to pull up the
Hands full of grenades.
Hands full of grenades. I don't know nothing.
Shakes his head because
holding 2 beers in each hand, kind of. All right.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
So he just shakes his head and wanders out. This was mostly just to get Jata out of the store.
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
we ready?
Fine. You can have the grenades. God.
Okay, so they do
Like a
no
kid
damage.
who pulls out their money and like, okay, I got enough, Mom.
You can have 1 grenade.
So the essential the quality, it doesn't really have it in here, but it would essentially do. It only works on very specific targets, and it does armor piercing. So essentially, or not armor piercing, it would be
Penetrating.
Penetrating, yeah, would be its quality. So it just basically means that it doesn't. It no longer it ignores armor for when it hits. So, and its specific effect is it'll only work on non-hardened vehicles.
Does a power armor count as this, the yin ding with the HUDs and the visors?
It won't turn off the armor, but it will turn off like their support stuff. So for instance, like if I'm looking at power armor right now, it would turn off its sensors, camouflage package, weaponry, mobility enhancement, physical enhancement, and but it won't turn off its like life support and its armor bonus.
Right. So, okay, but it'll essentially make it like like doing the robot.
Yes.
They would not be able to move it. Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to move. But everything would turn off and they wouldn't be able to move for a certain number of rounds.
Okay. I turn to Highland and go, "Oi, Pampa!" I toss him 2 of them. Like cast a glare at Cass.
Right. You toss them 2 with or without the pins.
Because he doesn't want these in his own pocket anyway. Like, this is all going exactly according to plan.
All right, so what else you guys want to do? You have now purchased 4 EMP grenades.
Yes, so I have 2, and I threw 2 at Island.
Take.
And he straps it.
As they're like leaving the store, Cass does like lean over the counter and be like, "You don't happen to also barter in information, do you?"
He looks around, he looks back at the 2, and looks back at you and goes, "I know things."
I'm more interested in people. Looking for a George.
Should be good.
George is a pretty
Very common name.
Any other details about this George?
Might have previously had some run-ins with the Culpepper Corporation or Pope Sanchez.
Hey, look! He's gonna talk. He's gonna get us our information. Watch.
He's gonna get us.
Give me a communications check for this one, and specifically,
Cass does also like lean his hand terminal sort of towards the payment. Thing again, not tapping it, but just like I've illustrated to you that I have money.
So the TN is going to go down a little bit, but you know, yes. So give me a communications check, and if you want to do persuasion or any other kind of things, you can. If you
don't have anything.
You have investigation though, right?
I think it's so cool about his money.
I have. I don't actually. I have perception, intuition. I have intimidation, which I'm not trying to do. Mm-hmm. I have current affairs and security and intelligence, but
okay. So so just give me a communications check.
All right, and secret, got a secret.
Exactly what you needed, or a little over what you needed, but almost exactly what you needed. He goes, "For the right price, yes, I do know who you are talking about."
I just tap my hand terminal. I'm going to knock another one off my income.
Okay. He kind of looks at his hand terminal, looks and goes, she has a messenger. This messenger is in the Lonely Stone. This is a bar just on the way. This Lonely Stone man, he name is Roberto. He is always there. Never drinks. Always there. Easy to find.
Much obliged.
And before you leave, he kind of like leans over and taps your shoulder and goes, "Be careful, my friend. Inya's not too welcome in that place."
I appreciate it. Don't worry. I've got no intention of dying again.
Last questions.
And I just turn and walk out.
All right. So you walk out with to the other two who are kind of milling about by the door.
What'd you buy?
Answers. Highland, take us to the Lonely Stone.
Lonely. Okay, nice. This way. All right, keep up.
Okay, yeah, you know where it is. It's one of the more popular bars on the strip. So you kind of walk through the crowd, get to the Lonely Stone. It's not super packed, but it's definitely like there's no place to sit. The bars are full. The like all the tables are full. There's some tables which have like 1 or 2 people at them, and it could hold like 6, but it's like people had just left and those guys are still hanging out. And there's a couple of people milling about waiting for tables.
I think he stops.
Yeah.
In a 0G station, how do we drink? Are they like sippy cups? Like
yeah, probably.
Yeah. They're called bulbs, which are kind of, you ever seen those like bulb
Capri Suns?
They're kind of like Capri Suns, but they're like, you ever see those squeezy things that have like for like air, those like plastic tubes? They actually make them today, like where you can like put them in. They're kind of like a little bulb, and then it's a little like nipple on the top that you suck at the nipple.
Like a turkey baster that you have
kind
fluid in.
It's kind of like it's like
a
a ball
balloon with a spout.
Yeah, it's like a balloon with a spout, is what it is.
Right. So there's no floor space. It's all packed. There's no floor space. I look up. Is there any like floor space on the ceiling? Like obviously it's 0G.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are milling about. There's a lot of people who are just milling about on the ceiling, talking. You know, like just kind of floating together, drinking. It's busy, but you can walk around. But like, you know, if someone kind of like hits the wrong way and bounces back, they could kick somebody in the head, kind of thing.
This is like giving me flashbacks of like floating a river in Texas, you know, and like everybody would like strap themselves together with a rope, but that was like the worst thing to do because you'd end up overturning a lot easier. Yeah, just so many flashbacks from last year.
Yeah. So it's like at the bottom, it's like bar. It's like there's standing bars because there's no chairs. I should have been a little bit better because I forgot it was 0G. So there's no chairs because it's 0G. So you can stand and like lock in and then like place your like drinks down on the table, like in like with like little like Velcro spots. You can like place it down on Velcro. And then it's vaulted pretty high, and it's all bare rock all around it. And that vault area is also a space where people are kind of floating around and milling about and drinking.
As we're walking there, I'm going to fill the guys in, by the way, which is, all right, just so you know, we're going to be looking for some asshole named Roberto.
And just so you know, this bar is rather sash. You're gonna have it's not great for Inya, so you're gonna probably stick out.
I'm gonna wait outside.
All right, probably for the best.
George, by the way, is a lady. Just bear that in mind with your conversations.
Roberto.
Yes. Don't want to come across like we don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Roberto is not a lady. George is a lady, but we're looking for Roberto.
We're looking for Roberto, who can put us in contact with George. He serves as a messenger for her. Yes.
Am I a lady?
That's your own business, Jata. No judgment.
Right. Let's go.
All right.
All right. So, I'm guessing Jata and Highland, you guys make it into the bar, and
Yeah.
you're gonna stay outside, Cass.
Yeah, Cass just sort of posts up outside and just watches.
Okay.
The world.
So
when we go in, he holds Highland is probably going in, and then he turns around in the float, and then holds up an EMP and goes, "Eh?"
Not yet. No.
Towards Cass, like you
Cass.
want this.
All right.
Cass.
Oh,
like,
right. Okay.
Does the like, not for me today, thanks. I've had my break.
Okay. Dummy. Yeah. All right. All right. And then he spins around and floats inside.
Okay.
So makes his way to the bar.
Yeah, you're able to like kind of move your way to the bar pretty easily. What do you want to do at the bar?
I guess he floats up, and on the way, I think he uses his right arm, taps his left shoulder in sign of respect, and hello, asking for oi, take two, as he points to.
I could drink, I guess.
Yeah, two.
He pulls out two of these bulbs and like floats them towards you. Just pulls them up, pulls them out of the refrigerator they're in, taps them up so they float up, and then just taps them both towards you so they float towards you.
All right.
You notice that he's 0G as well. He's kind of using some the rails and the handbars to kind of like pull himself around the bar.
We are looking for him. Roberto.
Give me a communication check. Unless you have a specific communication you want to use. That's what you needed. The guy looks at you ups and down, goes, "Oh yeah, Roberto," and you see like a little head pop out from the bar. Yeah. These two, Lord, I want to talk to you. Aye, oh, okay. And he kind of, you see him push away from the bar and then push towards you. And he kind of stops, like he puts his foot down and kind of slows himself down and stops as he gets there and goes, "Oh yeah, what do you want?"
Sam, I've been on Island. I've been here before. I wanted to, I heard it's nothing. Nothing bad or anything. We're just worried, wondering about someone named George.
You're here to see George.
Yes, we're here to see her.
You are from the Pampa,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Pampa from Luna.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been expecting you. He points at you, Jata, and goes, "I've seen you before."
My helmet is still up.
Oh, your helmet is visor, right? Yeah, my bad. So he doesn't see you. He points at you and goes, but he does sound, "You sound familiar, friend."
I'm sure that everybody sounds like this.
There's something about your voice there, Koyo. It's very familiar. Looks up to you and goes, I've seen you around, but I don't remember your name. You said Highland?
Island. You remember, I try to keep my head down. I usually I get two of these and usually make my way around.
I don't drink here. This peace water. But your friends, I know that there was he kind of looks down at his hand term and goes, Actium? Is what that is? You're from?
So I think as Highland looks at Jata for confirmation.
Outside, Cass.
You can't see my face because it's tinted.
Yes.
I go. Yes.
He looks at you and goes, I have seen you, Koyo. Ganymede.
Yes, yes.
You actually says that you realize that he does look familiar himself.
Okay.
You saw him as part of the OPA base on Ganymede that you guys went to.
Okay. Kopeng, I remember you. Yes. Yes. How are you? Things.
George, you know her.
Yeah. Yes, we go back, way back to.
No. We met. You met her on Ganymede. Come. He just gestures for you to follow him.
Oh, is she Moneta? She's Moneta, isn't she?
Yep. I was sure this was going to be the case as soon as you were dropping that. I like to imagine that outside, while this comedy of errors is going on, Cass is sitting there like, God, I feel sick. Probably just the 0G. Got like this sinking feeling.
So they float. They all three of them, or he floats out, out of the bar, like gesturing for you guys to follow him. There we go.
Love it.
So do you guys want to follow him? Okay.
Yeah.
So Cass, you see this guy float out. He looks kind of familiar. And then you see Jata and Highland float out with him.
I nod at Cass as we go. Like, it's good.
Cool. Cass just starts clomping along.
All right. So you start clomping along.
Oh, I leave my drink there, though, because that was a rule, right?
Yeah, you saw that the one guy who was drinking was thrown back inside, but he was also drunk. So
no drinking outside of bars was.
I think Highland makes his way out maybe about 5 feet, and then turns around and goes, well, and then chugs the rest of his drink, and then just throws it into the bar, and then spins and
0G.
Like tries to make it at the bar, waits a second to see if it makes it to the bartender.
So he leads you down these passageways, and about 10 feet about 10 feet outside of the main corridor, Cass, you look down and realize that the metal bulkheads stop. So you'll have to go on the float if you want to follow him.
Cass,
how close is Cass?
He's like right behind you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cass just sighs.
I extend a hand.
Cass waves it off like he's gonna try and be the tough guy because that's what he does.
I think Highland stops, swings over to the medical drone, and then holds out the clip with the winch.
Cass flips Highland off.
The best part about this is the two Belters are like, "Oh, poor Earther."
Kind of like nod.
Damn it! I really want.
I think the only two people who don't have extensive experience with 0G in this group is Sloan and Cass. And Sloan probably has more extensive experience with 0G than Cass does.
Right. Yeah.
Cass just clicks off his boots and
there's a lot of handholds, so it's easy for you to get.
He starts pulling himself along.
All right, so as you guys pull yourself along further and further into the
I would like to note that I just was going to the index for something else, and my eye was caught by the term "vomit zombie," and I'm thinking like,
sucks.
Yeah, this feels like where things might be going.
So you float
I'm
down.
gonna vomit zombie.
You follow down the hallway, and he floats in. He kind of floats off to the side and gestures for you to go in. And there, standing before you, both Cass and Jata, and those of you guys on the drone, recognize that is in fact Moneta, who just kind of turns around and looks up and goes, "Jata?
Oi!
Hey.
Long time! Hey.
And the Earther boy, the
idiot, yes. Okay,
Cass, is that the name?
Gas, yes.
Gas. All right. Well, Gas and who's your friend?
I'm like, oh, the drone.
Where is it, my friend? Werner Highland.
I've heard of you. You're the survivor.
Things, I hope.
My friends at the Voltaire Collective, they say you are a survivor.
Well, I am here.
I see. That was good. You have a good friend here, Jata. He has crawled out of more wrecks than the UN has killed Belters.
I see that, Kopeng. I see that.
Like a roach.
You're here from Mr. Lee.
And you're George.
Yeah. Ganymede is not exactly a good place to be right now. When the mirrors went down...
We know.
When the mirrors went down, I had to find another place. Had friends in the Voltaire Collective. They sent me here. Welcome to the OPA sect, the OPA branch of the Voltaire Collective here on Prometheus. And she kind of gestures around. You see two other guys kind of hanging out, kind of doing lookout. I'll move you guys to the right map. So you guys...
Charming. A map. That's always good.
Oh, man. I feel like if I were running games, I would just make maps for places that I had no intent of an encounter breaking out.
Oh,
yeah, of course, yeah.
Because no one
Probably
trusts.
what Paul did. We don't know.
Anyways, so you meet her, and she goes, "Well, let's get started, shall we? I have," and she pulls out her like a hand terminal and like floats it towards you guys. And she says, "This is what I know about Benji."
If the hand terminal gets anywhere near Cass, he just sort of flicks it towards Jata.
So I have the hand terminal. I'm going to get, I don't know if hand terminals use USB or whatever. I'm just basically going to move all the information to my hand terminal so I can give her a hand terminal back because they have like intermediate. You can like just tap them and transfer information or flip the information through.
Is this the first time in the history of the game that Jata's not going to try to keep the terminal?
Oh, you don't want to mess with this person? No.
I feel like this is a first, though.
It might be.
I kind of like you tapping the hand terminal over to Jata, and Jata holds the hand terminal, bumps it back to them, but in that bump receives the data.
Yeah, just pulls out his hand terminal, taps it, and then taps it back. So it just kind of floats back. She grabs it and puts it away, and he goes, "He's a dangerous Koyo. He's a Bratner, but I don't know what side he's on."
Mr. Lee?
No, Benji. Hey. Mr. Lee is more of a friend to the belt than Benji is. And he's a Felota Inya.
Yeah, you can say it. He's a fucking spook.
Not just a spook. He is a spook for you Earthers.
Oh, man. Like I care.
I've heard good things about you, Cass. I've heard that you and Jeta and the Actium are now working for Mr. F.
Every word.
I can't tell you much more, but I have one more piece, but it's not easy to transfer. You have to follow me for this.
as we're talking, I forward whatever information we just got about Benji to the Actium, so that Sloan and Mark might be able to do something as we follow her.
Okay. So she gestures for you to follow her. Are you guys going to follow her?
Yeah. So far she's been. We're basically the same team.
Mm-hmm. So she kind of starts leading you guys down this direction. I'll pull you guys up where she is, and with
I played it.
Go ahead.
I played it.
Cass is gonna distance himself just a little bit from the rest of the group, kind of in a more bodyguardish capacity.
Okay, so like a couple meters back.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys are floating around and the cast kind of floats a little bit backwards, there's no hand, like in the middle of the room, there's no handhold. So I didn't know if you wanted to be in the middle of the room or kind of towards the sides.
Cass would have been trying to stay near a wall because he's not really free fall proficient.
All right. As you guys get there, you guys start hearing
we're surrounded right now.
The rustles. Yeah, those are the
those are Moneta's guards.
Moneta's guards.
Yeah, I think
surrounded by friends.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I've never seen these people before. I'm not my friend.
I kind of want to float over here with my back towards the wall.
Okay. Any chance you want to drop the drone on the map?
Yeah, I'll give it 1 second.
Oh yeah, good call.
This represents...
What is this little one with a hyperlink? I'm so confused.
One with a hyperlink?
It's next to the crate, down and to the left of Moneta.
Is there?
For me, there is.
I don't see that.
Is it a deck of cards?
Oh, yeah, it's just living over Drones' character. That's why.
Yeah, there's a deck of cards on
yeah, I see that too. It's been there for ages.
Yeah.
Got it.
There's a game thing.
You should have access to him now. You should be able to move him around if you can. That.
Stole my card.
You have access to your character portrait right there.
I can't move my own.
Yeah, I don't have mine, but he does.
This to.
That's all that matters. Haha.
I
am frozen in fear or respect or both.
And then this is. You guys all should have access now. So as you guys are floating down, you suddenly hear like some rustling, and out pops a bunch of guys in black armor, who are.
I grab my guns.
Yeah, who float towards you guys quite quickly, all with rifles. Properly.
I think I already grabbed the guns. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
You guys have had your guns more or less ready for a while now, if I remember correctly.
Yep. I'm strapped.
And so they're you've activated the trap card. Well, no, they have their guns raised and pointed at you guys, moving towards you, and you hear them you don't even hear them shouting anything. You just hear them just start pulling their guns up and pointing them towards you guys. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. Okay, so we're back. These
combat.
These black armored fellows run in, and the first thing they do is, before anyone gets a chance to do anything, is throw flashbangs out. So they chuck flashbangs into the room. They kind of tumble.
The wrong grenade.
They tumble in through 0G and then pop right as they get towards you guys. So everyone needs to give me a
love it.
Constitution stamina check. If you don't have stamina, just Constitution.
Is the TN for this public?
Yes, 13.
Stamina, what? Sorry.
Constitution. If you have the stamina focus, you roll that instead.
Thank you. Constitution stamina. Ooh, I do.
Boy. I rolled so well at the beginning, I'm rolling terrible now.
The only person who's not affected is Cass. So you guys, let me do this. Roll 1d6. So you guys are...
I reach over and turn auto white balance off.
You have,
it's more important the gain. You wanna lower the gain.
Yeah.
So essentially, what happens is as you guys toss, as it goes in, both Jata and Highland are just like, what's that? And then realize too late.
Cass fucking dabs.
Yeah, Cass knows exactly what it is and just and then he actually kind of does this and like pulls himself against the wall. So he like pulls himself against the wall, closes his eyes, and covers his ears. And this big pop of
probably
white
goes
light
right
comes
by
off.
your head too, because it looks like it's coming from that way too. So it probably like bounced off the wall, and then like you look and see it go right by you, and you got ready. And while we're just still having a conversation,
so as it pops, everything goes white. So and you just hear this, and like just a ringing. So you guys are blinded and deafened for 1 round.
Okay.
But you are unaffected there. Yeah, mop. I gotta give their checks as well because they also have to.
probably actually do that with the Go Excellent.
Go with Constitution Stamina.
What's funny is RTX voice took your beep away.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, dare it.
It counts it as background noise.
You don't need that Go XLR. That equipment.
That $600 mixer or whatever, or $500 now. It was $400.
I think. Yeah.
It's $600 for the Rode Podcaster, which is the one that I almost got.
They're unaffected, and Moneta's unaffected, so that's good. So they roll in, they throw flashbangs, and then that's their first move. And now everyone's going to give me initiative checks. So, and we'll open the.
How dare you?
What if they're friendly?
And we all currently have the free falling condition, right?
Yes.
Okay. There is a checkbox that you can mark for that on your sheet that will apply the changes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Though I think if you have the free fall thing, you don't need to check it.
Sloan and Mark, you both can give me some initiatives because you guys are also going to be seeing this live happening on the screen.
I get to initiative with my pistols because I'm drawing a pistol.
No time for artwork.
Yes.
Oh, and you get stunt points because you can now use stunt points.
I can use stunt points that I generate on initiative if I do it when I'm drawing a pistol.
Also, I apologize about this very generic term, but I didn't want you to know who these guys are. So they're just called ambushers. All right, let's pull up the
out of the ambusher.
They're clearly Black Sky.
Yes, totally. Let's go with
OPA faction.
Yeah.
So I have an 18.
So the first one is Highland, who has a 17.
I have an
18. Cass is an 18. Then 14 from Moneta. So it's Cass, then Werner, Highland. Just go Highland. Then it's Moneta. And then
Sloan rolled for the Sloan drone crew.
Mark and Sloan both did. They're gonna have their own. They'll both be able to control the drone, but on their own turns.
Dr. Sloan's is what they're called.
Just be shouldering past each other like it's a freaking Street Fighter machine.
Oh no! When it gets to my initiative, let me know because I'm basically giving Sloan the drone.
Sloan the drone. Sloan.
Sloan
So,
drone.
so it's going to be
Drone.
It's going to be Mark after that. Then the Free Fool. And then the Ambusher. And then Sloan. That's right. Cass, Highland, Mark, Sloan. Oh, Jata. I didn't see Jata's. Jata got a 13. So.
Oh, it's okay. I'm here somewhere.
You're between Mark and Monata. So, Jata. All right. Cool. So, first up is Cass.
Did you roll an income roll for your initiative, Jata?
He did. What is your...
That's rich.
Roll another initiative there.
Okay.
Income.
Get it? Incoming. Oh, okay.
Incoming.
Nice.
Well, now you're above. You're definitely above Monata. Yeah. So
I mean,
so now it's. Yeah. Go ahead. It's funny.
What did I roll before? I rolled income, and it was
13, and this time you rolled it, and you got a 15.
I mean, if you want to be fair, I mean, my modifier that gave me 13 was 7, whereas this modifier was only 2. So, like, that
would have been an 8 then.
Yeah. So I rolled 8.
That's fine. Just do the dexterity is fine because you rolled the wrong one.
Okay.
It works. You're blinded and deaf anyways. So, Cass.
Okay.
Roll fun.
Yes. Roll fun.
Cass is going to. Because I can also move and shoot thanks to my pistol talents. Just show more. That's what I wanted. Tactical awareness is what lets me move and shoot. Right. Just sort of relearning everything. So what Cass is gonna try to do is just sort of duck out past this guy. Like if this guy's just hanging out near ground level, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the top guy here. So Cass is gonna
he's kind of leaning against the wall, looking down that direction. Let me share the battle map for everyone so we can see this.
Yeah, battle map time.
So this guy you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
He is looking. You see where he's looking? He's kind of leaning against the wall here, and he's looking down this way. So you're seeing those guys coming in.
Cass isn't going to be very good at his gun kata in 0G, but he's going to try it anyway. Basically, I'm going to try to kick off of this corner where I'm at, like where the floor meets the wall, to go up this way.
Okay.
So that I'm shooting past him, sort of over this guy's head, and then back over into this corner here. Like, that's going to be my ultimate move, is to go here. But I'm going to try to shoot from here.
And you're going to have to give me a free fall check for that.
Yep.
And I'll tell you exactly what the free fall check is, just because that way it's a little bit easier. Give me, and you're not trained in it, so it's going to be a 12 DC for dexterity free fall.
Got it.
Otherwise, you just stay there. Okay, so you aren't able to do the second kickoff. You're able to kick yourself off, but it's stuck in that corner. So you fire and then bounce, and then kind of bounce a little bit in there.
But I do get to shoot.
Yes. Because you're shooting it on the float. So.
Yep. Basically, I'm trying to shoot. My goal here was to get into this corner so they wouldn't have cover from me, and then get myself into cover later. I failed at the second part, but so I am shooting my pistol at the one that's like straight down the hallway from me.
Okay. Okay, now give me another dexterity check. Because you don't have anything stopping you from when you shoot. So
I might get knocked backwards.
You're firing, and so your momentum is changing as you're floating. So you're being flown backwards 2 meters. So in this case, there's nothing behind you except the thing. You're going to get flown into there, and you might get kind of thrown out. So you're kind of above there. That's about where you are. You get clipped up there, and then let me see what a good quick status that would work for this. You are. There's really no. You're free falling.
Yeah, and I have that checked already.
Okay. Yeah. You're just free falling. You can move two squares. So now you're considered brace though. So if you fire, you'll brace against the wall.
Yep.
So that hits. Which one are you going after? This one?
The one who straight ahead of me. And
Okay.
I do have 4 stunt points to spend on this as well.
Do it.
So, gun stunts. I am going. Oh, I'm using a Kilo's pistol for this, by the way. Otherwise, my roll would have been even higher.
Yeah.
Because my pistol gives me another +2 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
But a Kilo's pistol has extra stuff.
Armor piercing.
Yep. And I am going to use. Boy. Called shot, which makes the attack penetrating and increases the churn.
Okay.
And my roll to hit also increases the churn. So this attack is now penetrating.
Mm-hmm. But it increased the churn by 2 points.
Yeah, a total of 2.
Okay.
Because I rolled my attack
dexterity. Yeah.
On the drop die, and then I spent 4 points on a single stun.
Yeah, so it's two more. Okay. I didn't know if that was like the called shot. All right. Give me some damage.
Damage. Roll for damage. And he is not within 6 meters, so I don't get any bonus damage. 12 penetrating.
And that ignores toughness, right?
I believe so. I'm just going to double check. Penetrating. Chapter 5. Thank goodness the index in this book is clickable. Penetrating damage. Ignores a character's toughness.
Okay. So he's not dead. But he's also not feeling well. All right, so that's he's gonna have to. No, yeah, he's not feeling well. But it like bounces into him. He kind of flings backwards, and as he flings backwards, you actually see little jets of air just like behind him, and then he readjusts back to where he was with the air, and then the air kind of slowly turns off.
Got it.
All right. Next up is Highlands. You're up.
So I'm blinded and deafened.
And deafened. Yes.
I can still act normally. I just have those conditions.
Yes.
Okay. I was about to just feel like I don't have a turn. Okay, cool. All right. Do I know where they? What are my surroundings now? Seeing this, now being blinded for a moment, I assess what do I see? 2 people down here as well as 3 over here, or
you can see based off of your line of sight. You could see those 2 coming.
See those 2.
These 2 coming up. Yeah.
And
you saw them before the grenade exploded.
Did I see where the grenade came from, or did it just go off?
It just went off because it came in from behind you.
So I'll assume it came from here then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then I guess I will. I think Felot, I knew it, and I start firing down this corridor. I only see 2.
Yes. Now, all that a blinded character cannot see and automatically fails the ability checks reliant on sight, such as perception.
Oh, so I can't see. All right, so I can't. So I don't know they're there. I guess I will. What is this thing in front of me?
That's just a broken piece of like a broken PDC gun.
I will scoot to here and hide behind it and crouch and like hug it and hide behind it.
Blindly grab and pull it in.
Yeah, yeah, and just use that as cover because I do know that these people are here. I guess I'm blinded, so I guess I don't.
Well, you saw them before the grenade went off.
Okay, all right. So I did see them, and then yeah. So I will I'll fumble for that, and that'll be my turn.
Okay, give me a free fall check.
Yep.
Have it as a focus by virtue of being a builder.
Oh, I don't have it as a. All right, I could quickly add it, can I?
Yeah. Just click. Do a little.
Click the thing. Refall.
Double click it. It should pop up.
Okay. All right. Boom.
You're good. So you're able to you kick off the wall and kind of slide yourself into cover, kind of grappling it and kind of pulling yourself into cover a little bit. Jatar, you're up.
Okay, so I'm blind too. This rock next to me.
It's a piece of the wall that's been jutted out.
How big is it? Does it go from ground to top?
Ground to top. It's the wall.
Okay. So I'm touching it. As soon as I go blind, I kind of just shift towards there.
Okay.
Well, what is this, by the way? It's like a hose or something?
The one that's right here.
Yeah.
That's some wiring. It's on the ground.
Okay. I just kind of feeling the rock. I just go down. I go here.
Okay. Give me a free fall check.
Okay.
Is there anything advantage in this game? Because I am touching the wall, so
It just means the TN difficulty is lower.
Okay.
Yeah. That's fine.
And these other people are guards?
They were Moneta's guards, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see what that means here, I guess.
All right. So now it is Moneta who pulls out her pistol and fires at the two guys approaching them.
They attacked first, so we are well within our rights on this station.
Yes.
Yeah. Kill them.
She hits him for.
I think it was actually if you kill anybody. They ever said anything about shooting?
They said don't shoot anybody. They said if you shoot someone, everyone shoots you.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
If you shoot someone, that's true.
All right. That guy is down to. Okay. She fires. Bullet ricochets off the guy's armor. He kind of also gives the kind of it jostles him back. And she also is going to need to do a free fall check, but she's a belter. So she does it. She fires off a round, she braces her foot on the ground, reaches her foot down, braces it, fires, kind of recoils back, and then gets back into position, able to counter her movement. All right, now it is Mark. You're up. The drone has its sensors you see nothing but you're hearing gunshots and you see nothing but static.
Well, you saw Cass fly across the screen.
Yeah.
or you saw a shadow fly across the screen, but
not unusual. I swipe this drone's controls over to Sloane's terminal, and I grab the controls for the combat drone.
Okay. It'll take you.
I'm going full throttle and following the path that we have from the existing drone.
Okay, so it'll take it. Let's just say 3 rounds to get there, but yeah. Sure. So Sloane, you now have control of the medical drone. Now it is the fools. They all are going to open up. That's a miss. Yeah, it's a miss. No, it's a hit. Okay. That guy's down to... Okay. All right. And the other one's going to shoot. Do this real quick. The other two are going to shoot at this the leading guy in the other end. Yeah, the other guy in the hallway. This guy down here. It's weird that I can't really quite... Yeah, it's hard to see, but down there. Let's go with... Pistol 0... And pistols 0 and hit. Woo! And a hit with stunt points. So what is their favored stunt? I'm gonna start using the favored stunt properly. They don't even need to use anything, so I'm not going to use them. So, they both hit big time. And roll for damage. And roll for damage. So... Right. Oh, wait. The first guy was shooting at this guy over here, right? The same one you shot at, Cass?
I think that's what you said.
Yeah. So he actually needs to soak. Because the other fool hit him for... 1d6. He soaked it, so he's injured. Bullet goes off, ricochets off his armor, or like hits the same spot yours was, and kind of blows parts of the armor off, and goes, he kind of clutches it with one hand, like he pulls his rifle down, and clutches it with one hand. There's a little blood starts trickling out.
So, just a quick refresher on soaking and toughness for anybody who may be joining us for the first time.
Yeah.
The way it works is if the damage a character takes exceeds their fortune and their toughness, they have to soak that damage. They start that process by taking an injury, and they roll a d6. If the d6 exceeds the amount of damage that's left over, they are injured and they have soaked that attack. So they take a -1 on all of their tests going forward. If there is still damage left over after the d6, they have to roll another one and they become wounded. Same thing, except it's a -2 to all of their tests and they have the wounded condition.
Mm-hmm.
If they are unable to soak an attack after being injured and wounded, they are taken out, at which point it is the attacker's prerogative whether they are dead or knocked out.
All right, and then free fall. Fine. Fine. But that's fine. He's fine too. So all three of them open up. One of them, like two of the guys, the leaders of these black armors, take bullet shots. Kind of a little bit of blood splurts out, and went through the armor. But they all made, these guys are all do it. So just shot after shot, pistol shots going off. Now it is their turn. And they're going to open up, the two in the front are going to open up on Moneta. Well, the one... First one hits, the second one misses. Then the things get nasty. 11 damage. Go with
Moneta?
Yeah, on Moneta. This is, she took the two guys in the, you can't see this yet, but Moneta just took one rifle round to her. But she has... All right. So she, the bullet, because of how this works, because she spent fortune to negate it, bullets just graze her as they fly by her, as they open up on her. And the other ones are going to open up on this lone dude right here, because he actually managed to wound them. They're going to do...
Yeah, and he's not some idiot earther tumbling through 0G who might have just gotten a lucky shot.
Yeah. So the first one who has a -1 because he's injured. Still hits. All right, all of them hit. Ouch. And he actually has 2 stun points he's going to use. If he has what he can do. And he's going to have one of his friends open up on him again. But misses that one. So the first one who's injured is like, that one right there, and kind of gestures for him to shoot him at him. But we still have a bunch of damage. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy's not gonna probably live through this. 1. No. No, he's not gonna live through it. There's no way he can soak up that much damage, because that is a total of...
if it's more than 12 and he has no fortune, he's out.
Yes. It's a total of, let's see, 41 damage. It's a lot of damage. This guy is dead. Just bullets, just rifle fire, ricochets over and over again, automatic rifle fire. This guy right here is just filled full of lead from those 4 guys, and just floats. Just like his bullets are actually like pushing his body towards you, Cass.
Sweet.
Mark him as but he is still there, so you could use his body as cover if you wanted to, or it's still floating in your direction. Now it is Sloane's turn.
Yay, I'm a little bot.
There's no guns in the spot.
And stout. Yeah, there's no... How's the team? Like, is anybody injured other than her?
Other than... No one's injured. Except for that one guy who
dead, but...
One guy's dead, yeah.
Well, I thought, what's her name?
No, she used Fortune to like, avoid
okay. So there's nothing that bot can really do for anybody right now.
Not right now, no.
Okay, obviously I gotta pass. I guess I could set it up to be like near her in case she actually takes like serious damage.
You're gonna move it to like there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just want to move it. Like, I want to position it so it can like inject her with health.
Okay, or drag her out of the way or whatever.
Yeah. Gonna give you some health, girl.
To be clear, it is an obvious medical drone. It is white with red crosses on it.
Gotcha. Now it is Cass's turn. You're braced against this. You just saw one of Moneta's guards just get filled full of rifle shot.
This is not going to end well for me, but I am
we
nothing
knew that
if
already
not
going into
attempting to
combat.
be a consummate badass. What I'm going to try to do is push off of the wall behind me and fly down the hallway, sort of tackling this guy's body as I go. And as I'm going towards it to sort of grab it, use it for cover, and advance on these guys.
Okay.
I am going to shoot right like a little bit before I get to the body so that it'll give me a shield.
It's a riot shield.
Yeah.
But I can shoot sort of before I'm entangled in it.
Okay. Give me a free fall check. It's not a free fall check for you to push off because you've got obvious handholds, so it's not a big issue. The issue is going to be the free fall check is when you get to him.
Yeah,
so
the accurate tackle.
Yeah, give me the and because you're firing before you get to him, so the gun's going to push your momentum back a little bit. So you have to kind of brace it a little proper. So give me a free fall check and then an attack. The free fall check is going to be a 12. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No. So something with me trying to use him as a shield is going to go wrong.
Yes.
So I'm debating whether or not to spend fortune on this roll really quick. You know what? I am going to spend 4 fortune to turn the 2 into a 4. The first 2.
Okay. So you get...
so that I get exactly 12.
Exactly 12, and you still get stun points because you've doubled up the stuff. So you have 2 stun points.
Yep. Which are going to be some kind of stunt. I'll use those 2 stun points to get back 2 points of fortune.
There we go. You can do that.
So I essentially spent 2 fortune to make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also shooting.
Okay, so give me a shot.
Which is going to be kablamo. My first shot is at the guy who's already injured.
Yeah.
And I forgot to account for this last time, but Akilo's pistol has tracer rounds.
Yes,
so I get an aim bonus.
Aim bonus.
Okay. Secret.
You hit.
Okay. I'm gonna
with
spend,
2 stunt points.
Yep, I'm gonna spend the 2 stunt points to do lightning attack to get another attack to shoot the second guy.
Okay, do it.
Submit. Right, secret. Submit.
You hit, and you get 3 stun points.
Yes. Which I am going to use.
Lightning attack to do another attack.
I'm
Lightning
tempted,
bolt.
just to be
Unlimited power.
Die. I am the inner.
let's see here.
Gun
The melee stunts. What's that?
No. These aren't automatic, so. You can also do a ricochet for that.
At the start of your next turn. Ricochet gets a round cover, right?
Essentially, you make a trick shot that ignores per SP spent of the armor rating of a target behind cover. They're not behind cover, but so that doesn't really make sense. You can do precision marksmanship though. If you make an attack with a firearm, benefits from an aim bonus before the end of your next turn. Increase the aim bonus by 1 per SP spent. No.
I think I'm just gonna use. God, where did it go? I'm gonna use Vicious Blow.
Okay.
And I'm to do an additional thing, and I'm also going to spend the final point on take cover.
Okay.
Sort of like adding some flavor to me using this guy's body as cover.
Okay. So you're like kind of like tucking in a little bit as you grab him and pushing him forward. Okay.
Yep.
So you've got one hit on the injured guy. Then you've got another hit, I'm guessing, on the guy next to him or the guy behind him. This guy or the guy behind him?
The guy next to him.
Okay. So
I didn't realize there were 4 guys down there.
Yeah.
Glad I have a human shield.
Yep.
All right. Damage time. And these attacks are armor piercing.
Okay.
So
they ignore
the first guy.
They ignore toughness.
They ignore the armor portion of toughness.
Okay.
They don't ignore all toughness.
Gotcha.
But I figure a lot of these guys' toughness comes from their armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go. So 6 damage to the guy who was already injured. If that didn't soak it, then he's taken out.
Yeah, he's taken out. So you take him out. You're going to kill him, or are you going to just...
I'm going to knock him out.
Okay. So you shoot him in the helmet. It kind of cracks the visor of the helmet as it does, and he just kind of floats backwards. His pack adjusts him, so he's just hanging there loosely because this pack is adjusting for him, so he's not, like...
Yeah.
Floating about. So he's just kind of this odd, like, knocked out guy in 0G with the pack that's keeping him absolutely still.
And then this next attack, because I did Vicious Attack, it deals 3d6 and is still armor piercing. So 13 to the other guy.
Okay. So he is going to have to... And he does manage to soak it up, but he's injured. So the other shot fires off as you get behind the cover and penetrates his armor, kind of in his chest area, and like a little bit of blood splurts out.
Actually, I'm gonna say that the take cover action was to sort of like as I grab this guy's body, also like hook my foot onto the corner of the hallway here.
Okay.
And sort of like be here.
Okay, because you wouldn't like because of the gunshots, your movement would be going backwards. So a couple, so it basically negated your full run. So instead of being able to like push the body and move with the body, you would have just stopped as you got there.
And then I hook my, like if this is where the metal hallway ends, I like stick my foot out and mag boot myself sideways into cover.
Okay. So you grab some metal and you like pop it down on the. It's not like a full covering, but that's just like kind of there are some metal you can.
It's a cover rating of 1 where I'm at now because I only had 1 point to spend on that.
Okay, so you cover rating of 1, and you've the body is still floating there. You're not using anything with the body.
No, I'm like the body. I would have like had my hand on it, so as I pulled it sideways.
Okay, so you're in cover rating 2. Would be effectively is what it is with that body plus your SP spent. So you're cover rating 2.
Cool.
All right, now it is Highland. The effects of the blindness and the deafness is worn off. You see 2 guys there in front of you.
Okay.
In front, behind the turret.
Okay.
I think he's going to unclip the EMP grenade. And he is going to then, I think with his left hand, he's going to unclip it, bounce it behind him under the turret. And then while he bounces, he's going to flip around onto the other side over here and then shoot with his right pistol. Hopefully that'll act as a distraction so he can then just be the scrapper that he is, the scrappy fighter that he is, and use that opportunity to shoot them.
So you're using it as like when it goes off, rather than not actually do any damage, but cause like a lot of.
He's throwing a grenade to to hopefully scare them. Yeah, he's bouncing it off of the ground right next to him, so it then bounces up into the air and then goes off probably over here-ish.
Okay.
It may hurt that other guard, but I don't think Highland cares.
Yeah.
I also don't think that guard's a robot, so...
Yeah, it's true. Well, I don't know. It'll still probably be bright
like fry his hand terminal
for a second. Yeah. But yeah, and then he's gonna use that opportunity to. And if I think he's also throwing that because if the lights go out, I think he probably feels safer in the dark. So, he spins around and he's going to then fire from the other side with his gun. He may actually, he's going to do it that way.
Okay.
So I don't know what I need to roll here. Do I need to roll anything for the grenade?
So for the grenade, you're going to have to give me a TN11.
Okay.
You won't be able to fire this round, but you would be able to get in position to fire, because that's essentially an attack.
Okay.
Yeah. How grenades work is that like you spend your minor action to ready it, and then your major action to throw it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that'll put me exposed, I guess. So yeah, then maybe I won't move. I'll just stay where I am, bounce it, and then I'll still use the cover. How do I throw this? What am I looking for to throw it? I probably should have put it on my sheet.
I want to say it's dexterity, but
I do too. There's a specific one for it. I'm pulling it up.
I won't have it. I just have stealth and free fall and dexterity, so I'll just roll dexterity.
Yeah, I'm
just making sure that that's the stat. Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually a grenade thing for it.
I have it open. It doesn't actually have these.
Throw. It says accuracy. Ranged or thrown weapons are accuracy.
Okay. Yeah. Then it would be accuracy.
Okay. Then I will roll it.
Which makes sense. I think accuracy is used for basically every type of attack except fist fighting. So.
For grenades, there's actually a section on grenades specifically.
Yeah.
Attack is a TN11 accuracy thrown.
Yeah, TN11 accuracy thrown. So you hit it. Yep, you're able to do it.
Okay, yeah. So he unclips one of them and just bounces it behind him. I'm actually going to stay right where I was. And then pretty much set the grenade for the spike later.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it affects everything within a 2-meter radius.
With
so
3d6 damage.
3d6 damage. In this case, it's if, because there's no damage equated to it, if you hit, it just basically all of their suit stuff will stop working because and their hand terminals.
Cool. Yeah, because then they won't get themselves righted or whatever. Maybe that'll also give them a free fall disadvantage. So that's kind of cool. All right.
So
please note, if we get the opportunity, Cass is taking one of these packs.
Right. Yeah.
So you toss it in there, and you bounce it. It flows, like flips end over end a little bit as you bounce it, because in the way you tossed it, and then it like hits the ground, and as it hits the ground right where it's supposed to be, this big flash of light. But instead of before it was like a big blinding light, this is just kind of like blue, like almost like lightning, just explodes, like a ball. And as it encompasses everybody, you kind of panic a little bit, and then the guy in the front, you notice he just kind of sits there and is like he feels like he's stuck and he can't move or anything.
Stuns him for a moment.
Yeah, and he's looking around trying to figure out what to do. Now it is Jata, you're up.
Okay. So I've got 4 normal grenades as well. I will throw one of them. So I spend a minor action to take it out. Yeah, fumble and pull the pin, turn around the corner, and
you can throw it out of cover, but it's negative. It's a negative 1 or negative 2 penalty to throw it around the corner.
So let me 1 second. I need to close the. There we go. So my first action, I'm gonna move. I'm going to from the ground-ish. Like we're in space. I'm gonna kick up, so I'm now up at the ceiling. And I'm gonna right myself before I hit the ceiling, and then kind of into a crouching position, and then I'm going to go peek out, and I'm going to do the thing, the grenade, ready it, chuck it down the line.
You think you only have one minor action, unfortunately, because that moving would be your minor, and then you could use your main action to prepare it, but you wouldn't be able to move, pull the pin, and throw it.
So some movement counts as a minor action.
Yes.
Yeah, movement is your minor. I only got to move and aim because I aim as a free action with.
Sorry, I was thinking about 5e. Okay, in that case, I'll stay on the ground, no flavor. I'll just I'll throw the grenade.
Okay, so if you throw the grenade, it's still going to be a -2 to or -1 penalty because you're throwing it from behind cover. You can't really see him. So, accuracy -1.
All right.
Which way are you shooting? Are you going south or are you going west?
Southwards at those two felotas.
These down here.
Hmm.
This area right here.
Accuracy -1.
Yep.
And
well,
the TN...
basically, almost everyone in the room fires south. Cass is in the hallway holding a corpse, just going, "No, it's fine, guys. I got it."
No idea what's over there, though. You're the only one who could assess the 4.
Yeah.
15. So
15.
I threw it.
You threw it and it explodes. Give me, is it 3d6, I believe?
Yes, sir. 3d6.
For Granada.
So that's 6.
Ew.
A lot.
Could have been more.
Could have been much more.
Well.
But it's on 2 guys, so you know.
Well, so you're throwing it. You're throwing it here. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's like I threw it at them. We're in 0G, so like.
Yeah. You could actually throw it right on top of them if you want to, but if you hit right there, it will hit this guy right here as well.
No, so I only want to hit the 2 guys. Yeah.
These 2 guys
right
here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you hit it there. Roll me. A 3d6, yeah.
Yep. So I rolled 3 for one, 2 for another, and 1 for the other. Yeah.
6,
so
and it's on both of them. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm checking everything because this guy has already taken damage, but he doesn't take.
Grenades are not penetrating, so they'd get their full armor and toughness.
Yeah.
Bonus. Cue Jata saying, "Thanks, Cass," again.
Yeah.
For some reason, Jata turns around, looks at Cass and goes and grins because the corpse is like just smothering him.
All right, cool. But he is now wounded because the Monata and the other guy had been hurting him. So the other guy it takes a little bit, but the main person who hit first is like a bit of his arm is like this area of his shoulder is blown off. And from the explosion, is it kind of the implosion just goes onto him directly, and he's already kind of struggling because he can't move. So now he kind of moves a little bit as well. He gets thrown back 2 meters into his buddy, who catches him, but like he's completely discombobulated. And he'll have to do a free fall check if he wants to do anything. And the other guy takes.
He should feel lucky his mag boots weren't sealed to anything because his ankles would have just snapped off.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's. All right. Cool. Now it is Monata who is going to show no mercy with this guy.
Did that guard get hit?
The other guard? Yeah, so both these guards got hit.
But the Monata's guard did not.
Monata's guard did not.
No, yeah.
Wow. Scary.
And then...
Yeah, we don't F around when we get into combat.
I mean... Yeah.
The fact that you guys are already throwing grenades out is, like... I like how basically Highland's like, I have a grenade. This is 0G. It's a lot easier to throw this. Throw. And then Jata's like, hey, grenades, right.
Yeah, what it is, yeah.
Oi, Bretna, use the ones that go boom.
Exactly. Like that's like he's such a scrapper. It doesn't matter what grenades he has, he's gonna use them, right?
So she doesn't do anything. She doesn't able to hit him these guys. But now it's it's now Mark's turn. Mark, you're using your full turn to get out there, so it's two more rounds to get there. So now it is the Free Fools who are going to pistol their way to glory, at least the remaining 2 of them. Well, he's going to first He's going to push off the wall and then end up here to get a better angle and fire. Other one will do something similar. He is going to push off. He's going to fire, then he's going to move to here, and then fire. And then his free fall will determine whether he's able to be successful. Whether they're able to stop or not. Otherwise, they'll have to move back two turns.
It's a free fall and free fall.
They both do well. But both of them hit. So the guy who's kind of already in 0G, you guys have EMP'd his face. He takes... Oop. Oop. All right, and then... This guy takes 6 plus minus the... oh no, he's already been hurt. Right. He has to...
He must soak.
He must soak. No, he doesn't. He's out. He's already taken out. He's already taken a wound. So...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's just taken out. He just... Poof, he goes straight for the helmet. This guy who's already got pieces blown off, he can't see anything, just poof, out the back. Explosion of blood in 0G as it kind of goes all over the place. And onto the dude behind him. So he is taken out. He is dead. Guy is EED.
Isn't one of the ones I was shooting at dead as well? Or
yes.
Taken out. And not dead, but taken out of the combat.
Oop, they're both taken out. Okay. So it's down to 5 of them. Or 4 of them. And 5 of you. Huh, not bad. And the other one, he hits, but it doesn't do really any damage. It kind of bounces off the armor as he hits. So now it is their turn. And then Sloan. So their turn, the 3 are going to focus on the dude who just flew in towards them. And the other guy's going to focus on the dude who just flew by. Or he's keep firing at one at a time. So the first 3... 1. So 2 of them hit, but and they got stunt points for one of the hits. And then the armor works like armor cover, if I remember correctly. So it just adds to the toughness.
Cover works like armor.
Armor, yeah.
So depending on the rating of cover he is in, he gets an armor bonus.
Yeah.
So for instance, if he's in rating 1 cover, he gets 2 armor. Rating 2 is 3. Rating 3 is 4.
-1. Okay. So and if you're firing out of cover, it's a minus. So he's -1.
Yeah, it would be -1 to attack from rating 1 cover.
He does hit Monota though. So the ambushers, the 2 of the 3 hits, and they're going to use stunt points. The first one is actually use stunt points to gain some stuff.
The regained fortune is 1-to-1, but only up to 3 points.
Up to 3.
It's a stunt called Adrenaline Rush. It's literally the first stunt.
Yes. So he's going to use 5 of the 6, the stunt points that he has. You remember how much damage you did to him? Oh, it's up here.
When I shot him and he soaked, you said he was injured.
He was injured, right?
So if and so he would have been at 0 if he was 0 fortune if he was soaking. So.
Yeah. Okay. So Now he's that. Okay. And then he's also going to use his other one to tell his other buddy to fight harder, shoot them better, kill them, murder them, hurt them.
What stunt is that? I believe you. I just want to double team.
Double team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need to remember to use that when it's available.
And he hits. All right. Now they're going to do a bunch of damage. 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 0. Okay, so 9, but then plus he's got -1. He's got cover. It's level 1 cover.
Level 1 cover is 2 points of armor.
Okay.
So that's going to reduce the damage by 2 per attack.
2 per attack plus is only okay. So still 5. Then the other one's going to hit him. So he's going to take a wound. I don't know if he's going to survive this one. Because that's a total of, let's see, he has 12 fortune. Just because he's free fool. He's on your side. So that is...
So armor and toughness are going to reduce the damage first. And then it's going to be per attack.
So it's 30. So it's 30, plus he's got a toughness of 2, plus he's in cover, so it's a toughness of 4. So that's 30 minus 12. So 30 minus 12. So should see how many soaks he has to do, because he may just be automatically out.
30 minus 12 is 28. If his cover is... Or if his toughness is 4 and his cover is 2, that's going to be another 18. So he's got 10 damage left to soak. So he could theoretically survive.
If he soaks 2, yes. Just want to make sure that there was a reason to.
Yeah.
Yep. Keep in the wrong one. Slash. Go. So 4.
So if he rolls a 6 on this next one, he lives.
Nope. He's taken out. He's killed. So, Monota's second guard is down for the count. 2 bodies floating there. And Monota does take some damage as well. She's still not in cover, but we'll see how much damage he actually does. So that's 15. Okay, Monota, you're big, strong, tough. Who has? Okay.
I like how Paul's just like killing all of his own NPCs. Like I've been thinking that this whole time. Like Paul's just basically like screwing himself right now.
Yes. One. I'll just roll 2d6.
Cass is collecting corpses over here.
Yeah.
If I just hide under a pile of corpses, maybe they'll think I'm dead too. It's a very Jata move now that I think.
Yeah.
I resemble that remark.
I'll do 1d6 first. Okay. So she still needs to do... She's not dead. She's wounded, though. A rifle round hits her right in, like, the upper chest area, and blood just splurts everywhere. She doesn't have any armor on whatsoever. And she just kind of flows backwards, like starts floating backwards.
Why would you not wear armor? It's a pirate haven.
Sloan, get her out of there.
I don't know if this is something her character would do, but it's a good point to talk about a thing that is an option. You can choose to roll over, which is essentially you take yourself out.
Yes.
But you get to be not dead.
Yeah. She's not dead. She's wounded.
I know, but that's the thing. You don't get the choice if you're killed.
Yeah.
because it's normally attacker's choice.
So
but a person can choose to essentially remove themselves from combat in order to avoid dying.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Yeah, roll over.
Roll over. Now,
okay, fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do that all the time. You got shot down.
Roll over. Play dead. Good
Sloan,
boy.
You're up.
Okay, I'm gonna inject her with some health.
All right, give me a. This is essentially. It doesn't remove the negatives, but the way we've been. This is a house rule thing. Medicine works to. It doesn't remove the negative
doesn't remove
functions.
The condition.
Doesn't remove the conditions. It removes the negatives. So essentially keeps her up.
Stable.
And stabilizes her. But if she takes more hits, she's dead.
Okay.
But also, Sloan, just so you know, you would know that this drone is specifically designed to drag people out of these situations. So that's also
do the dragging thing, please. Someone just have the drone drag a body.
You can literally drag her down the hallway and then next turn inject.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do that.
Okay. Sweet. So
get her out of the situation. Out of the gunfire.
I'll let you drag her to like here.
20 feet or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah, it's like 11.
Did y'all kill all the other guys yet? Are y'all done yet?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
The drone just like drags.
It's literally only been 2
combat
like, rounds.
Yeah.
We've only all had like 2 combat turns because I'm towards the end.
Well, the idea for this one is a little bit more. You kind of see what's going on.
No, I'm just teasing y'all because y'all not have but like 12 seconds.
Cass, you're up. You just see the drone just beep booping its way as it's dragging this bloody corpse, like with blood just sort of trailing behind in 0G. Not corpse, but it's sometimes just kind of like as she's being dragged by the.
Cass is not in love with continuing to shoot down this hallway by his lonesome. So
you're not alone anymore. Monita's down the hallway. And the drone.
I'm gonna push off, but I'm not trying to do anything super fancy. I'm just sort of trying to go this way.
Okay.
Ultimately, I'd like to land sort of
there
over here, so I can duck behind stuff.
Yeah, it's like a pillar that's kind of keeping the wall up there.
As I'm leaving the hallway and I have a clear shot down the hallway because of tactical awareness, I am going to shoot.
So give me 2 freefall checks. The first freefall check is for you to push off. The second one is the gunfire, because the guns go off no matter what, to see if you can counter it and land.
Yep. So first freefall check.
Okay. Is that hallway clear?
No.
I think he adjusts.
And then second freefall check. Yeah, I really do wish it defaulted to secret.
Yeah. Okay, so you fail both of those. So instead of ending up there, you end up here.
Oh,
cool.
No.
But you do get to shoot down the hallway. Which one are you doing? This one, this hallway,
because you
or this hallway?
I'm going to shoot towards the group of 4.
The group of 4? Okay.
Yeah.
You do have partial cover because of those bodies that are floating and the blood that's kind of congealing in the region.
All right. Pistols, shoot.
And you have stunt points.
Yep. So obviously I'm shooting at the guy down there that's already hurt.
Yeah.
And I am going to do 2 points on lightning attack to shoot him again.
Okay.
Well, to take a second shot. I get to sort of actually, this isn't clear in the rules. Do I get to decide whether I shoot him or another person based on the result? Or do I have to decide before I roll damage?
Just decide before you roll damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll shoot him and the guy who's like sort of directly behind him.
Okay.
And I'll spend the third point on duck and weave to gain an extra point of defense until my next turn. So now I'm going to take my second shot really quick. And technically that should have been 21 because I keep forgetting to add the aim bonus from Akila's pistol, which is just the best thing ever. Pistol, secret, submit.
And you hit.
And I get more stun points. So I'm going to lightning attack and shoot the third guy.
I'll move these guys up so that they're actually like visible because like no one can see these guys on screen. But essentially, they're there.
Lightning attack to shoot the third guy and another point into defense. So I have 2 extra defense points. Pistol.
Okay. You should spread them out accordingly because reasons. Turn.
Secret. Submit.
And you hit, and you get 2 more stun points.
Lightning attack, round robin back to the second guy.
Okay. Do it again.
Like,
let me put it this way: lightning if you fail this next one, I'm gonna make you check for capacity, ammo for capacity.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because after all of these, click, 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 click.
Currently,
click.
I have a protagonist gun.
Yeah.
So. Hey, Paul. Okay. So I'm gonna turn that attack into a vicious blow. So it's gonna deal an extra d6 of damage, and I'm gonna spend the remaining 2 stunt points to lightning attack again, back onto the very first guy.
Okay, just in case. Okay. I feel like we're not supposed to use stunt points in this way, but it makes it a lot cooler because it's rule of cool and it's such a chance. You have some chance of not getting stunt points. So,
well, it also in other places where you can't spend where it won't generate additional stunt points, it calls it out.
Yeah.
So
it says you can't generate additional stunt points, so you should be able to generate additional stunt points. Finally, you hit.
That one only hits, and I, as much as I would love to spend 4 fortune to change the die roll to get 4 more stunt points. Okay, you know what? I am gonna do that, but I promise not to use lightning attack.
You go for it. What are you gonna use it for?
So I spend 4 of my fortune to change the 3 into a 4.
Yeah,
giving me 4 stunt points, and I'm going to use the knockout stunt. On the very first guy, which is that's the one I'm shooting right now.
Yes.
And so if he's lost more than half of his fortune, he's just out.
Okay. Yes.
All
right.
Okay. So the very first guy is out. I have
two
attacks on each remaining guy.
Yes.
One of which is one of those attacks is an extra d6.
Okay.
So I need to roll damage 4 times.
4 times. Plus 1 has an extra d6.
Yeah. So this is the
awesome.
Yeah. Well, imagine if you did that, because you also do that with double team. It's the same points, and so he could have passed it to you, and then you could have passed it back to him, and then you could have just been shooting back and forth.
In to make an immediate attack. That's sick.
I would be doing that, except none of you guys can see down this hallway.
Yeah.
Right, but I've been bouncing grenades. So.
Yeah.
As lightning or double team specifically calls out that the ally has to be able to see the enemy you're attacking.
Yeah.
Okay, so these first 2 damage rolls are on the top guy who doesn't have any extra damage.
Okay.
Oh, and all of these are armor piercing, just so we're
clear.
I button, submit, and submit. Okay, so the top guy's taking 23 points of armor piercing damage over 2 attacks.
So, so he could still technically not taken out from this. Let's try this one.
McCassidy over here.
I'll do 1d6 first. Okay. So that's 2. I'll do it, but he's taken out, I think. We'll just see how bad he's taken out. Rolling the dice. Yeah, no, he's taken out. So the first guy is taken out.
And the second guy, this is the first damage roll. And this is the second damage roll. He's taking 25 points of armor-piercing damage over 2 attacks.
He can't. He did. So they're both taken out. Cass just killed.
Cass got to do the thing.
How about now? Did you clear him now?
Wait, he like bounces back and
you hit like bounce off of the
Highland goes, is that hallway clear? And Cass goes, no. Yes.
Like, I imagine you just like struggled to get to where you wanted to go. Like you got like snagged on something, and then you're like, oh no, like you couldn't get to where you wanted to.
Yeah, and it's not even
like,
an automatic
firing
pistol
down there.
Yeah, it's just pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You just hear like I think it was I ended
6.
up making 6 attacks. You just hear 6 gunshots ring out.
Wow.
Clear.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, as someone said, it's high noon. Easy there, Marsden. You know, enough that dead eye.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption joke. All right.
The ultimate was ready.
All right. Now that half of those guys are dead, Highland, this is now time for your third round.
No. Yes. I think Highland's like, oh, okay. A little bit in disbelief, but then he continues his move. I think I'm going to spin around and then fire one off.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter where I go.
Yeah.
For the sake of the narrative, I'll scoot a little. And that's my character sheet. And fire.
You hit, and you got some stun points.
Sweet, and my stun points are 3.
Sir, might I recommend either lightning
attack
or double team?
All right, wonderful. I will. Lightning attack is sweet, but I do kind of wanna. I'll double attack. Why not?
Do it.
I'll double attack and give my second attack to Jita.
Okay.
So he's double teaming with Jita, which is also very in flavor.
Yes.
Yeah. Am I rolling damage, or is it already there?
You have to roll damage after this, but Jita, roll an attack.
Okay.
-1.
If you expand your weapon, by the way, Myth, on the character sheet with the little plus minus, there's a roll for damage button at the
The
bottom.
very bottom.
I don't have a weapon.
Under attacks, if you don't have one already, you can add an attack.
So you see relationships,
There
you
it
see
is, way over
drawing,
there, yep.
relationships, attacks. You see a little plus
Yeah,
minus.
thank
click
you.
that, and just keep that open.
And then if it's a gun, your damage bonus comes from perception.
Yeah.
And your damage base will change. Like you'll need to set.
You want me to roll that now?
You go ahead and roll that, yeah. Jita, roll your rifles. I'm guessing you're shooting with a rifle.
Yes. Oh, yes, I am.
Because you definitely said you brought your rifle with you. So.
Yeah, I did. I'm using my rifle, so I just hit the roll button like this.
Just hit the roll damage. Roll damage.
Nice.
All right. So that's
Pretty sweet shootout, by
yeah.
the way.
Okay, and he's already taken damage a little bit too. So yes. So yeah. Okay, so he's gonna have to roll to soak it up. Your guys' ricochet fire, one rifle round, one pistol go off, hit him twice, and little blood splurts out of him as he gets smacked.
But he's still stunned, right? He was stunned because he couldn't like move or something.
No,
that was the guy in front who is now dead.
Yes. But he's able to soak it up. But he takes a little bit of bullets as well as he comes through. He's just like, you know.
Oh, sorry. Point of order. The two guys at the back.
Yeah.
They're just dead. Like the two guys in the front on my hallway
are knocked out.
The two guys at the back are just dead.
Dead. Okay. All right. Now it is Jata's turn.
Okay. I am going to shoot the guy down south in his south.
Okay. In his south.
So
shoot
I just yes. Attack. Yes. How do I? So I roll accuracy, right? And roll.
Yeah, accuracy rifles or just accuracy. If you
I don't have rifles. No.
And based on all the numbers Paul's been giving us, I believe that's a hit.
Okay.
That is a hit.
So then I roll for damage. Sorry, I don't have any stun points. No double teaming this time. Just me.
Jata's being selfish again.
Me.
Jeez. Yeah, he's taken out. Were you trying to kill him, or are you trying to knock him out?
Which one makes them not breathe anymore?
The killing.
Then that'll take.
So Jata, you just lean around the corner with your rifle, fire a round off, and it just ends him.
Yeah, whatever that noise I made, that's the noise the rifle made.
Donald Duck.
That's the one.
I made 7 attacks.
Sorry.
The last remaining free fool looks at you guys and comes that and goes, "We need to get out of here. We don't know who those guys are. I don't want to stick around." And he kind of pushes himself off and like floats towards Monata, getting towards her and moving that direction. What do you guys want to do?
Cass is gonna grab the first guy he knocked out.
Okay.
And then follow.
Okay. I'm assuming you're not doing this fast, right? You're taking your time.
I mean, Cass is like hand holding his way over.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
go ahead.
Or basically, like, I left survivors.
Yes. What are you gonna do, Jota?
Why?
To interrogate.
So I've got 5 hand terminals in my person at any one time. I'm going to have, because of all the people we've killed, and because I'm going to basically. I'm going to plant one up on the ceiling, video recording, tethered to my main hand terminal, just so that we have video feed of what's going on in this room when we're gone to see if anybody does follow. And before I leave and follow, I'm going to float down to this guy here and take a picture of his face, like his suit, his face, whatever. So we have we know who we don't know who these people are. They
Let me take
uniforms. Yeah, exactly. We don't know who they are, so I've taken a picture, and then I'm gonna follow.
Oh, okay. And I grabbed the one guy, and the other guy who was still alive, I just put a bullet through his helmet.
Okay. Cool. You just end him.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna drag 2 people.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Highland? What are you doing?
Highland goes "Felot" and kicks off of the broken turret that he's been using as cover back down the hall and tries to just meet up with everyone. Or
yeah, I'm going to take. So the free fool is looking at Monata. Monata's just like, so give me a stabilization roll there, Sloan, which is a medicine check. But give it I think it's a +2 to your roll. So just do a medicine intelligence medicine check.
Just Sloan drone.
The Sloan drone. I don't think you have medicine unless you took it. So just an intelligence +2.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to get it set up. Yeah. Got intelligence, so +2. Dang it. Do the thing I said. I said +2. Okay. Submit. Drew secret.
Nice.
There you go. 18.
Nicely done.
I did a thing.
Yeah.
Guys. I mean, it's not like 7 attacks, but, you know, it is what it is.
The drones...
Cass is built for one thing.
It's apparently not 0G combat, though. All he needs to do is take one free float, take training in free float, and now Cass is...
My name is Cass. I like to shoot ass.
That was him making good on the move from the end of last season where he died.
Yes.
Like...
All right, so you were able, like the drone, like a little bay opens and this little arm reaches out and just kind of just starts just sticks into
it injects her with the health.
With the health, and then the little arms start moving around like on an automatic process and just like sewing up her wounds a little bit, like they automatically start to like patch all of the bleeding and stuff like that. So she's she's not dead, but she's still wounded.
Some of that stuff that's like spray foam insulation, but for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's Sloan. Let's drag her back to the ship and get.
Yeah, obviously we're doing that.
Okay.
Like that's
about this time. I figure, Paul, the combat drone can be the escort for that.
Yeah. As your guys are going by, she kind of like taps the drone, looks back and says, "No, I'm not coming with you."
We're gonna get you to an auto dock.
She's like, no, I got my own. Just look for. I should look up her name real quick. There's actually somebody you're supposed to meet. She was taking you to.
Cass unclips, since she's so insistent. Cass unclips her from the medical drone and clips it to his guy, so he doesn't have to drag him.
Yeah. Her name is Diana. She'll meet you at the docks.
Ooh,
Trust her.
Diana.
Trust Diana. Got it.
And then he takes her off, and they disappear down some of the hallways, kind of like floating around.
All right.
Cass, like any identifying marks on the guy's armor?
Yes.
Like sigils or anything?
There is something that looks like there was an identifying mark and it was removed.
Gotcha.
Gonna fly the combat drone quite a few steps ahead. Call it.
Okay.
The group, so that something ahead. Hopefully, they shoot the drone first.
Are you guys gonna take them? You're taking them over to the bay, right?
Yeah, we're going to the. Yeah, we're going back to the ship. But Cass will also be like, Highland, you said you know your way around this place. Try and keep us away from the major thoroughfares.
Very well. Okay, if that's the case, then we're gonna have to go backward.
And then he starts to do, and he brings it down back the way you came in.
Drone spins around and floats next to Highland.
And he tries to find an alternate route. If there is one.
So yeah, you find a good route. You guys get there. Jata, your hand terminal lights up.
Dusty.
As you see like the cameras like noticing, like it's like feet letting you know it's like someone's coming by, and you see station guards, and you notice pretty quickly that the guards, even though they're wearing black armor as well, their armor is much more, I guess you could say, like more primitive, whereas the ones that the guys you guys fought looked a lot more like military grade. So civilian versus military grade armor, you know, a really high fancy armor.
So they don't look like they were in league with each other.
No.
Okay.
And you see them like looking around. They kind of you see some gestures, and they start like fanning out all over the place and like inspecting people's bodies and everything.
Okay.
Does Jata react at all to that?
Would you have?
Basically, does the rest of the party know this?
No, I'm very sneaky, shifty like this. I go, oh, the guards found them.
Oh, all right. Right. Are we okay? Are we good?
Well, they don't know what happened. The terminals are connected. I can go speakerphone and go, oi! And, like we can talk to them and say what happened, or we can make it so that it was never us.
I prefer that second plan.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want them to know that we shot people because that's breaking the rules, and the rules are very rule, like they would.
All right. Yeah. Okay. This way.
And I think he brings you to a like an old duct that people use. It's a frequently traveled vent, pretty much.
Okay.
It's very dusty. And he's like,
all right, this way.
And then he tries to bring you through a.
All right, so you're taking them like all through the back alleys and the back routes and stuff like that.
Cover your face, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what's this. Exactly. Yeah, you know.
Exactly.
All right, so give me a one for this kind of navigation. Give me a intuition. No, you've already known this, so this would have been a
scouting.
Scouting, yeah. You have scouting.
I do.
Is that a thing? Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll let you use it for that one because this is definitely something you've done before. So, which is
why can't
that perception scouting?
Why can't I click it? It is.
It's one of your
talents.
One of your talents.
So I think scouting is a talent, so we need to see how it affects your focuses because that's such generic wording.
Yes. So let's look through yours.
Skill in reconnaissance and infiltration.
So talents, you can go show more, and it'll tell you. You are a novice at this, so if you failed stealth dexterity check, you can recoil it, but you must keep the result of the second roll. So it's dexterity.
What we're looking for.
So give me a dexterity stealth check for this, because you're trying to like sneak through this.
Ooh, stealth. I have that. Let me re-roll.
And it'll let you re-roll it if you fail it, but you have to take the result of the second one.
All right. I'm not worried about it.
Whew, yeah, you succeed.
That's right.
So you know this place like the back of your hand. You've been here enough times. You know all of the ins and outs. You know the things that the guards don't know. You know things that the captains don't know. You've had to escape this place more than once. So
that's right. That's probably why. I don't like that people recognize me here. I escaped here before.
So you lead them out through these back like vents and like between the walls and like between walls and bare rock and that kind of thing. Like
like no clipping through Levski.
Yes, you no clip through the station. And you end up at the docks, like you kick open a grate and like you just float out into the docks, like right next to the Actium.
Actium.
There we are. This is us, right? Actium. Yeah, this is us.
Still doesn't know the name.
So you guys go into the ship, and because the drones were following along, they all have. You guys all saw this as well. So both Sloan and Mark, you're able to see this going on. And as like within minutes of you guys coming in, you get a blast on the on all communications. It's just a text message that's being sent to all ships docked. No one is to leave until investigations have concluded.
What's it?
We all get that, or just the in the ship comms?
Yeah, like the ship
I think it's like an Amber Alert.
Yeah. Like everyone gets it on their hand terminals and everything like that. Everyone gets that message, text message.
I press a button to break the hand terminal that was in the combat room.
Okay, just to connect. Let's go. Give me an information technology to see if it works or not.
Okay.
Presses the remote wipe button.
Yes. So intelligence technology.
Yes, it's an information intelligence technology. Okay.
It wasn't me, Churn.
Okay. So churn. You churn twice. All right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot how many churn points. You actually didn't do many churn points because you kept using 2.
You kept using small stunts.
Yeah, like.
That being said, that whole sequence only increased the churn by 1.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 2. 2, because I spent points to change a die roll.
Yes.
So that whole sequence of 7 attacks increased the turn by 2 because I never got a 6 on the drama die.
And you didn't spend more than 4 points, except
on
once.
A single stun.
Yeah.
Until the end when I knocked a guy out.
Yeah. Okay, so you brick the hand terminal. What are you guys going to do? Sloan, what are your thoughts?
She's going to kind of, hello, dog. I'm sorry, she just ran in right now.
Hello, dog.
Hello, but she's going to basically she's going to look at you guys and she's going to say, what do we have left? So we just have to get in touch with Diana.
Cass nods as he unclips the guy and was like, yeah, that's what Monota said. Also, I'm going to go get this guy out of his armor because it could be used to identify him.
Okay.
And Cass drags him up to the med bay.
All right. So we have one more appointment here is basically what she's getting at. We have one more appointment here.
Right.
And we're also not allowed to leave.
Well, they didn't say we weren't allowed to leave the...
No ships are allowed. Well, yeah, we can leave our ship, but our ship can't leave the station.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So y'all can come and go talk to that person while they're doing an investigation. So we have a body in here.
Mm-hmm.
A living body.
Yeah.
We need. If they're going to investigate, they're probably going to want to board ships, and we need to deal with that.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
As you guys are discussing this, you guys see on the exterior camera a woman who is very smartly dressed in a modified and tailored business suit. Even her mag boots are high quality, they're actual stiletto mag boots.
Oh my god, I need those. Can I have those, Paul?
Just a stack of rare earth magnets.
If she dies, can I have those? Thanks.
They're very high quality. It's clear she's an inner from her height and build, with a tan skin that is likely natural, but probably not from exposure to the sun. Her dark hair is cut short but styled well, and her dark eyes are accentuated by subtle makeup. Everything about her just speaks of a carefully constructed, effortless look about her. If she's at all nervous or concerned about the current circumstances, she certainly isn't showing it. She taps on the comms and goes, "Hello, I'm Diana. I think you could use my help. Fortunately for you, I find myself in need of a group of people like yourselves, and my friend George said you might be interested." With that,
perhaps
the episode.
Oh.
Ding, ding.
All right. So that's the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy.